Greetings and welcome into a beautiful night of football here on Sonic Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week. Dutch Fork hosts Irmo. They're rivals and nothing friendly about it. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin here with you, and we're delighted to have you. What's a matchup a lot of people are paying attention to. A lot at stake here, but at the same time, both teams have put a pretty solid resume together.
Well, no doubt about it, Stacy. When you're 9-0 and 8-0, respectively, neither team has lost a ball game. A lot that they have both accomplished this season. No losses between the two. A region championship on the line tonight. Also, we were looking ahead to the 5A state playoffs coming up. One Division I, the other Division II. So there's a lot of things going on in an energy stadium full of energy right now.
Absolutely. The line is still outside, I think, going on. Let's take a look at how they position themselves. There's an RPI ranking going on in South Carolina now. A big 5A and a little 5A. Division I, look at Dutch Fork right there. 8-0, number one.
And look how far ahead they are of Spartanburg and River Bluff. You got J.L. Man, Dorman, Clover, Lexington, Boiling Springs, Rock Hill Birds. Dutch Fork, though, the leader of the class in 5A Upper Division I.
And 5A Lower, or Division II, if you will, the first time we've ever had this in 5A. Look who's at the top of that. It is...
That's, of course, the Irmo Yellow Jackets, and they are well ahead of White Knoll and everybody else. You see the names right there. Whether or not Irmo wins this game tonight, they still will get a big bump in the RPI just by playing this game. Obviously, the Yellow Jackets want to win.
With that being said, both teams are loaded with talent. P4 talent, mid-major talent, next-level talent all over the place, well-coached and super talented squads. They may both have a chance to win a state championship this year. Let's go to our key players. Brought to you by Michaelis Mattress, and we begin with the key players right there from our visitors, Irmo High School.
Well, a lot of star power on the field tonight. You mentioned it for Irmo. It starts with quarterback A.J. Brand, the senior. 133 completions on the season, just over 1,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. He is a commit to Virginia Tech. He can do it all. This Irmo offense starts with A.J. Brand, who is a superstar.
132 touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions in his career. That's spectacular for a quarterback. How about the defensive side?
Defense, they're going to have to play big tonight. Jaden Bryant, defensive lineman, just a sophomore, 66 tackles this season. How about this? 15 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks. He's forced 4 fumbles. This is a potent Dutch Fork offense. Jaden Bryant will have to lead the way for this Yellow Jackets defense.
He's heavily recruited already. An offer for Florida State on the table as a sophomore. Let's go to our home team, Dutch Fork.
You flip it over to the Silver Foxes of Dutch Fork. Ethan Offing, the junior quarterback. He's thrown for just over 2,000 yards this season, 17 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, 133 completions on the season. What an offense that Tom Knotts has here in Dutch Fork. Ethan Offing, he is at the key man in this offense to lead the way.
Clemson baseball commit as well. How about the defensive side for Dutch Fork?
The senior defensive back, Elgin Sessions, 26 tackles on the year, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions. He's broken up 8 passes. This is the best defense in the state right here, Stacy. Dutch Fork, they don't let anybody do anything. A bunch of shutouts this season. Elgin Sessions, you see him right there. He's taking that one to the house. Irmo's got their work cut out for them tonight against his Dutch Fork defense. 5
shutouts on the season and only giving up 31 points on the season. Michaelis Mattress brings you players to watch now. Keys to the game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
If you're Irmo, you got to take advantage of opportunities. There may not be a whole lot of them tonight. You got to take advantage of them when they present themselves. Defensively, got to be disruptive. Get the Dutch Fork offense off the field. If you're Dutch Fork, you're the favorite in this game. Limit mistakes. And if you also want defensively, have to prevent the big play from that Irmo offense.
It's a lot of talent, a lot of skills, a lot of plans, as you see, a lot of questions. We'll have the answers coming up. Stacy Huff on play-by-play. Joe Cash and the Curler Man, you just heard Amanda Poole, the 3rd person on the broadcast. She's our sideline reporter. You were in for a good one, folks. Buckle up. A big 5A battle, neighborhood rivalry. Irmo Dutch Fork coming at you right now.
Light it. We can take people where most people cannot take them.
The generations coming together.
That place was jumping.
The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.
Stay safe, alert, and informed with a Skywatch weather team. AMS certified Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust and meteorologist Clara Faith bring you local first weather updates on air and online on Watch Fox News.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
What makes Watch Fox local first?
Watch Fox News is local first because we tell the stories of the people.
From moments of joy to people achieving their dreams.
Let me give some love to my girl Tessa Johnson, shooting those threes like they were water.
To moments of sorrow.
Everything that I own. Only thing I got left was the shoes and the jacket that I had on.
We have the privilege of telling your stories and also have the obligation of telling them correctly.
Tell them with grace.
And tell them with sensitivity.
It's not something that everyone gets the opportunity to do, and we take that responsibility seriously.
We put you first, which is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
Scan the QR code on your screen with your mobile device and download the Watch Fox News app to never miss a local first update. Sponsored by the Stanley Law Group, your injury law professionals.
Welcome back. Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Irmo, Dutch Fork about set to kick off our game day forecast tonight. Partly cloudy. It's a beautiful night. 70 degrees. Humidity at 94% though. And Palmetto Pride brings you our forecast. Let's go down to Amanda Poole on the sideline.
Thank you, Stacy. Well, it's a rivalry renewed. Dutch Fork used to play Irmo every season from 1996 to 2019. Irmo holding a 17-13 edge. So why the 5-year hiatus? Well, head coach Tom Knott said he tried to keep Irmo on the schedule despite reclassifications. And head coach Aaron Brand said he didn't want to play a team of Dutch Fork's caliber as he was trying to rebuild a program at Irmo. But now the Yellow Jackets are back to their winning ways as it's a battle of the unbeatens tonight.
Thank you, Amanda, and we're set. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up here in the press box. Amanda, you just heard from on the field. Let's play some football time for the Real Lucre Opportunity School kickoff. For over 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future. Irmo in their white with black and gold helmets and trim. Dutch Fork in their familiar dark green, white lids. And they'll be receiving on left and right on your screen. Kick received inside the 10-yard line, and away we go. And a matchup has been much anticipated. Return out to about the 34-yard line. That might be Maurice Anderson.
Looked like it.
Yeah, who's also the leading rusher, starting tailback. Really good in the red zone. We'll get you the start lineups here in just a little bit. Joe, I think early on, I think it's going to be very big for Irmo, who would be the underdog in this game. Everyone is against Dutch Fork to try to see if they get a 3 and out early here.
Slow them down some way, Stacy. Irmo has to slow down this Dutch Fork offense if they can.
Both teams have, of course, but we talked about their resumes. They've been dominant. They play some short games because of running clocks, both teams all season. This is going to be Anderson. We just talked about him over the left side, and if you're Irmo, that's too much. If you're Dutch Fork, this is what you expect from that left side of the line. Number 30, Anderson, for about 9 yards. Let's talk about the starting lineups brought to you by Stewart Law Offices. Ethan Offing, the Clemson baseball commit, the junior. Maurice Anderson, senior tailback. Boone Miller, he's a good one at tailback, tight end. Jaden Westbrook, Smith, Bickley, the wide receivers. McFadden, McLeish, Lorenzo, Roseboro, and Josh Benson. Josh Benson, a long-time starter, big number 74, that Dutch Fork line. He's going to play on Saturday. He's getting some offers as well. A lot of these players are highly touted on both sides of the ball. Stewart Law Offices brings you that starting lineup, and that has a man double covered down here. He goes over the middle late. Good patience by Offing. That's a catch. We just talked about Boone Miller. I just mentioned him. He's a good tight end, and he catches it inside the 45-yard line. That's going to be a big gain and a first down for Dutch Fork. And that is our Columbia Police Department first down, Joe.
Tell you what, too, Boykin Bickley was wide open.
Early on, yes.
I mean, if he saw Bickley, that's a touchdown, but he gets tight end over the middle, a 17-yard pickup.
Big first down there. Anderson on that left side. They're strong running around the side. Anderson, he's a bull of a back, about 5'10", a little over 200 pounds, and he gets another first down for Dutch Fork, Columbia Police Department first down. Let's talk about our Stewart Law Offices for starting lineups for Irmo. Jaden Brown, the talented sophomore defensive line. Also Taylor and Sutter and Gamble, the linebackers Goldsboro and Rivers. Defensive backs Mitchell, Goodson, Bowman, Blocker, and Grissett for Irmo. And they're going to take this snap now, and it's going to be Anderson again. This time, Irmo gets in there and stops him for no gain. That's 16 on the tackle there.
Zion Gates, he really flew up, and best defensive stand Irmo's had all night. That's a loss of 1.
Yeah, they got him for a loss of TFL there for the young man, number 16 on your screen. You just saw him there. That's the first positive play for Irmo, and the Columbia Police Department is getting a workout with first downs for Dutch Fork. Columbia Police Department has a $5,000 sign-on bonus if you get hired there now. Plenty time, offing. Oh, converged. That pass was dangerous. Bounces off the hand of the receiver, and it's going to put Dutch Fork for the first time behind the sticks and with an obvious passing down this time. That was 2nd and 11. This will be 3rd and 11, Joe.
And I think if he wanted to check that down to Anderson coming out to the right of the backfield he could have had something there, kind of threw that into traffic. And Irmo has him right where they want him now, behind the chains, 3rd down.
There's Aaron Brand on your stream right there. 6th season at Irmo, 47-19. He's a Emory and Henry former quarterback, a Virginia native. Spent time in North Carolina. Coached under Tom Knotts for about 8 or 9 years up in the Charlotte area. That's a lateral pass caught and well blocked on the edge. And that's going to be a first down and more. What a strong run. Physical play, physical blocking. K.J. Smith, the senior with the catch and run, Joe.
And I thought they had that on the previous play, the backward pass. There is a flag down, however, though.
So we'll see.
A hold.
Yeah, maybe it was too well blocked. I saw a lot of physical contact on this edge, and I thought they might have blocked it clean that time, but so they might do a little Michael Jackson moonwalk right here and take it back. It is a hold. It's the white hat. So those edge plays, Joe, especially in high school, on every level, but it's difficult for those receivers to block sometimes without grabbing jersey. Take a look and see if we can catch it right there. It is right there. It's blatant. It is blatant. Turned the man all the way around. He turned the beat around right there. That was Bickley. A little too much jersey. So we played less than 2 minutes. It's going to be 3rd down and call it 18. Somewhere in there is Coach Knotts in there. You see him, he's the Mohawk.
His head.
Coach Knotts, but his resume speaks for itself. He's 8-3 in championship games just in South Carolina. Won about 9 or so up in North Carolina, 7 in a row at one point at Independence High School. He's 8-3 in championship games, going for his 9th title here. Had a 5-year streak at one point in 5A. This pass, the referee, the flag, the crowd called that one. That pass was uncatchable. That pass was uncatchable, and the receiver got knocked out of bounds, and the crowd got loud, and the flag came out. That was an uncatchable pass on the sideline. Dutch Fork is going to get a nice break right there.
That's a big break for the Silver Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, that pass was well out of the boundary right there. The receiver had no chance at that. And well, that's if you're Aaron Brand, you really have to be aggravated with this one. But that's going to give Dutch Fork a fresh set of downs, it would appear.
It was 3rd and 18. Now,
unless that's automatic. Well, I don't think it's automatic, though.
Yeah, I'm saying, it's definitely, I believe it's automatic, but it was 3rd and 18. They talked about that one, but that, I don't think that was interference.
I don't think so either, but
I don't have any stripes on my shirt, so that what I say don't count.
It's not automatic. It'll be 3rd and 3, but
take a look right here. Watch this pass. This pass, there was some contact right there, but look where the ball is. The ball comes down way after. But you gotta be smart in that. You gotta leave that kid alone right there. You had him defend. You gotta keep your hands off of him. So that's a mental error for the Irmo defensive back, Joe. That's Coach Brand right there on your screen again. And again, these two coaches very familiar with each other. Anderson cut back over the middle, needed 3 and got about 9. It'll be an easy first down for Dutch Fork, and they're in the red zone. That's the Jim Hudson red zone. Experience it once and you'll never forget. Red zone sponsor. That's Anderson. He's had a really good career.
Sure has.
He's played a lot of snaps as a 10th grader a couple of years ago on the championship team, and last year was a junior on the championship team, and they're going for 3 in a row now.
He came in as their leading rusher, 573 yards and 15 touchdowns on the season, and he's led the way on the ground here so far early going.
He's been the guy they go to in the red zone. He's had some really good short touchdown runs, but he's always physical. And our offensive line is physical, too. We mentioned Boone Miller, who's one of those tight ends. Nobody plays more tight end motion than Dutch Fork. They use tight end motion. They use 2 tights. They play the 12 personnel. And there's always, a couple of physical bruising tight ends that go in motion and can really block that edge. And Boone Miller's been the latest guy that's really catching and blocking well for this offense. So the ball's inside the 15-yard line. They can get a first down on the 3, Joe. Ethan Offing, the quarterback for Dutch Fork, number 4. His dad played the Gamecocks back in the day.
Willie?
Yes, sir. That's Willie Offord.
Offer, okay.
Who is coaching that league?
I got you.
There's a Offing. I can't remember his dad's first name. Yeah, he was on the staff at one point. They just did a tight end motion and had him go back, and that's where they're going. And caught, intercepted by Irmo. That is a great interception. He jumped it. He saw it like I did all the way. They was going to the same tight end and went in motion. That's number 9. Matthew Blocker with the big interception, Joe. That's huge.
Well, Offing had a lot of time back there in the pocket. You see him. He's just kind of standing there surveying the field, kind of bounces around a little bit. He thinks he's got his tight end open, but watch the close on the football right there. That is fabulous by Matthew Blocker. Closed and makes the pick. And, boy, how about this for Irmo's defense to make a big defensive stand here early in this game. And Tom Knott's a little nonplussed about that one.
He's not happy. Not a happy camper right now. He's very demanding, though, very demanding of his team, so he might have been super happy had they scored right there. But the only thing you do better right there if you block is maybe take a knee and get him a little more room. But glad to have points, no points on the board for Dutch Fork. And the talented A.J. Brand brings that Irmo offense on the field. And it's going to be a run up the middle. It goes not really anywhere, maybe a yard on that. And we'll talk about that offense in a moment. They have some high-caliber players on this offense as well. One of them is A.J. Brand, the coach's son. He's the Virginia Tech commit. Irmo offense brought to you by Stewart Law Offices. A.J. Brand Jr., we just talked about him. Anton Jones Jr., the running back. Joseph Albritton, the tight end. Miller, very fast at wide receiver. Donovan Murph, the all-world receiver. Brandon Bell, receiver. Moore, Vols, Love, Herons, and Carson on the offensive line. Donovan Murph had the catch of our season last year on a game that made highlights that went, across the country. And he's a kid that has reclassed to come out early. He was a 26 kid. He's coming out in 2025. And Gamecocks and other folks in the SEC and ACC are really hot on the trail of Donovan Murph. We'll see him at some point, probably right here. Brand looking, nowhere to go. Brand's going to break the pocket and go left. He needs a block on that edge. Didn't get it and got bumped as he went out of bounds. And that's going to be a first down for Irmo. That's going to be a Columbia Police Department first down. Columbia Police Department wants you to know they're hiring with a $5,000 sign-on bonus and for new sworn officers, Joe. That's a big play. Give it to Dutch Fork defense real quickly by Stewart Law Offices, of course. Julian Walker, talented kid. Steve Cesario, Williams, the D-line linebackers. Josh Smith, the USC commit. Salters, Jackson, the linebackers. Anderson Smith, Derek Smith, Malachi Smith, and Elgin Sessions. Elgin Sessions, the West Virginia commit. Out there, Sessions makes plays all over the place. He's a Shrine Bowler. And I don't know if Josh Smith is or not. He may be as well, but Josh Smith was a Coastal, the team you're familiar with, Coastal commit. And just in the past 7 days, decommitted from Coastal and signed with Shane Beamer and those folks over at the University of South Carolina, 6'3", 228. Josh Smith on that Dutch Fork defense. Conversations were going on with the sideline and the officials. Now they're going to snap it. First down, Irmo. Brandon shotgun, 3 receivers in the formation, tight end in motion. Hand it off again off that left side and some room over there. This kid can fly now. He got some speed in that backfield. That's a nice run for another Irmo first down.
Amir White, the running back that time, got good blocking off the left side of his offensive line. You'll see it right here. Good block out here. How about big number 77 leading the way? That's Stephen Hill, big senior offensive lineman. Kind of did some road grading right there, and that's another first down for Irmo coming off their own goal line.
Columbia Police Department first down. That running back is Amir White, a sophomore. Which Brand says they only dressing 32 kids for this game tonight. A lot of young players have been moved up during the course of the season, but there's some real talent in this program. Another first down. The ball's at the 33-yard line. Irmo on the move. Brand, empty backfield. He's going to try to break the pocket on the right. He got tripped up. He had a little room over there, but it's going to be a hold, I believe, bringing it back. They're going to walk it back.
You see Brand's capability. That's the second time he's gotten out of the pocket to try to create something. And unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, this one, as you say, they're going to be marching this one back, their second penalty.
So the Gamecock connection there. A.J. Brand was heavily recruited by the Gamecocks. He committed to Virginia Tech several months ago, and then the Gamecocks have kind of come back and re-entered the picture again and offer him as a quarterback now. He was offered as an athlete before, now offered as a quarterback. And the hold is on the O-line of Irmo, and that's going to put him behind the sticks. Coach Brand right there. I tell you, talked to him a couple times this week. He loves coaching his son.
Sure does.
End of the ride, this playoff run here, but he's enjoyed it these last 4 seasons. A.J. Brand played wide receiver his freshman year behind another kid who ended up going to play college football. And then the last 3 years, he's put up numbers, 132 touchdowns and I think 7 interceptions over his career. That's a lot. So here's the conversation.
Well, officials have had a lot of conversations here early on in this first quarter.
So they're declining.
Tom Knotts may say, you know what, we'll take second and long with these guys and just take the down.
So where's the ball? That's the thing. The ball has been marked.
Looked like Brand might have picked up a yard, but I think he's just looks like they're going to go ahead and take the penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of haggling going on right now. So we'll see. Here's the word adjudicated. They're trying to. They're going to snap it right there from the 23-yard line. First and 20. Brand nowhere to go. It looked like he breaks through. A.J. Brand. A.J. Brand across midfield. Hit at the 49-yard line. It looks like he was bottled up, Joe. And the kid is a talented dude now.
That's an athlete making a play, Stacy. Your average high school quarterback's not making the play. You see it right here. Design quarterback run all the way. Fakes the handoff, takes it again, left again. Gets a good block up front from Hill, and boom, there he goes. You know, picking him up and putting him down, as we like to say, and he gets all the way to Dutch Fork territory.
Man, that's Columbia Police Department first down by Irmo. And, yeah, A.J. Brand is a special dude. You heard Tom Knotts have some comments earlier this week, man, interviewed. He said he may be the most electrifying player he's faced or seen since he's been in the Columbia, the Midlands area. So that's high praise. Tom Knotts doesn't really throw compliments around.
No, not often.
Throw them around like manhole covers. And that said a lot. And Brand is a special guy. I mean, he's been that way, 6'2.5", 212, and can move, and there's more conversation.
They're having an issue with the play clock down on the field. I think they're just going to wind up having to take the play clocks that we can see, let's take them out of play.
Coach Knotts is not happy. He's not yelling at us, folks. We're up and it's to our left.
He's talking about to get the play clock straight, because these are the delays that we're having, the play clock issues.
Yeah, he wants. Yeah, somebody won't be doing this the next game they have here.
I mean, they could be having some technical problems with those things, but
he's fired up. Yeah, whoever that is up here, they may be running some stadium steps.
They're having a real issue with the play clocks on the field, so that'll be kept on down by manually by the officials.
Good catch there, Joe. Joe Cashin, folks, that voice is familiar. Coastal Carolina legend. Somebody moved on this near side. Did they call it? Donovan Murph might have moved, and that's where they're going to Murph. And he in session. That's talent on talent.
That's a big-time matchup down the field, Stacy.
Murph is one of the best receivers, not only in the state of South Carolina, in the nation. And he has many suitors and sessions of West Virginia commit. Look at this.
And the good news is Brand had plenty of time to throw the football. You got one-on-one. You got star power down the field, almost a little bit behind him. And it's a good PBU up there by Sessions for 2nd and 10.
Such a talented guy, man. West Virginia did a great job coming into South Carolina, getting that kid. And I think he's poised for a very strong career there. And I think whoever gets Donovan Murph. Murph was at South Carolina for the Texas A&M win and the field storming Saturday. That was his second. He was also at the Ole Miss game, though. So he saw one that wasn't so good, and he saw one that was a little better this past Saturday, homecoming weekend.
Did they ever get the hedges fixed over there after all that?
Yeah, I think they got something brought in yesterday, I believe it was. Man in motion. Brandon's going to throw to the man. He faked to the man in motion, rolls back. Now he's going to cut back. Oh, he lulled him to sleep. A.J. Brand using those legs, and he just glides. It makes it look so easy, man. That's going to be another. If there's no penalty, that's a first down. That's another. They're trying to get the clock straight after that play, and that's a first down for Irmo. Talk about it, Joe.
They got a lot of things going on right here. They fake it left. Look like they're going to come flow back right, and then he cuts it back once again against the grain to the left. And A.J. Brand can single-handedly keep Irmo in this game against that defense of Dutch Fork. And you've seen it several times on this drive, which started, they were coming off their own 7-yard line after the interception.
Columbia Police Department, first down. COPD with a $5,000 sign-on bonus. And in motion for Irmo again. Nothing happening. What a job penetrating just to make sure he's down. He was still trying to fight. That's a good job for the Dutch Fork interior line.
A big Daniel Williams, a senior defensive end. Not the biggest in stature guy, but he got in there and blew that thing up for a TFL, a negative play, loss of 3.
So it's going to be up a second down and call it 13.
I love the Pac-Man.
Yeah, that was the sound effect.
The Pac-Man sound effect is pretty funny.
Yeah, the sound effect man is doing his thing up here. This is Having a fun time up here. It's a really good crowd. Both stands. It's a neighborhood robbery. This is the neighbor you see but you don't speak to. They're aware of each other, but they don't really hang out.
Which they haven't done in 5 years.
Yeah, they don't really hang out like that.
Man, to point it out.
A lot of time, well covered, because there was a lot of time for Brand, and that's a nice check down throw that time to his speedy receiver, number 3 there, Malik Miller. This kid has blazing speed as a 10th grader.
And that's a smart play by Brand, too. I mean, he didn't have anything down the field. That's where he wanted to go with the football originally. Went through his progressions. As you mentioned, he checks it down. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Makes this manageable here. And you see Irmo really working on some clock here over 3 minutes into this drive. And that's what you want to do if you're Irmo. Keep the ball away from Dutch Fork.
That is a sound strategy. Their offense is potent. Remember, they got this possession off of a takeaway. And this is huge. They're chewing up time off the clock. We're at 5:35. We believe that clock is right in the first quarter. Brand's going to roll right. Here's a man wide open on the sideline right there, and he hit him. That might be Murph. You got to give Murph cushion because of his speed, and he stood past the sticks and caught it. It's going to be another Irmo Yellow Jacket first down, Joe.
And it is Murph over there on the sideline. And well, you see the arm talent right there of A.J. Brand. I mean, he got that ball on the receiver, Murph, in a hurry. And that's a big third down conversion for this Yellow Jackets offense.
Yeah, this kid right now committed to Virginia Tech. Other people still on him. But he's going to have he has a chance for a great career. Great throw. There's another Columbia Police Department first down for the Irmo Yellow Jackets. They're stacking them right now. 3 wides in the formation. Tight end moving before the snap and set, and there's going to be a nice little surge for the Dutch Fork defense. They've looked dominant in a couple of plays here, but so far I think they've done a good job. Irmo has of providing enough room to get the ball down this field right now as they're trying to strike first.
The 11th play of the drive is coming up again, which we talked about after the turnover on their own 7-yard line. It's reached the 21 of Dutch Fork.
Yeah, talking to someone from Dutch Fork, they're saying, the defensive line they're supposed to eat up blockers. They've been making so many plays. The linebackers don't have a lot of stats because the defensive line has made so many plays in the backfield this season for Dutch Fork. They've been really dominant. A.J. Brand has a little time back there. A lot of time. He's going to break the pocket and get around the edge. Not a lot happening over there, and he kind of pulls up and coasted a little bit and took a pop. So he hit out of bounds. They're going to have a conversation. He's going to have a conversation. He asked him why did he hit him as he was easing out of bounds right there. He pulled up and got popped. You saw the conversation.
I did see it. He took a little umbrage to that, and it's a loss of 3. Puts it back at 3rd and 10. But again, nothing down the field. And you mentioned Dutch Fork's defensive line, Stacy. If you've got guys that are dominant up front on defense, we talked about this before. You could play and win games with a dominant front, and that's what these Silver Foxes have.
And to A.J. Brand Jr., I would say don't pull up. It's a rivalry game. It's football first. And if you're inside the lines, don't assume you're not going to get pumped. So that might have awakened him right there, but he definitely, and I saw this kid win a state basketball championship at Irmo as well. He's always poised, but he was about to snap right there after that hit as he went out of bounds. Brand this time steps up in the pocket and throws as he falls, and it's caught. That's Donovan Murph. Donovan Murph is starting to emerge. That's 2 catches on this drive. Donovan Murph with another first down catch there. The Jim Hudson red zone. Take a look, Joe.
Watches the pocket collapses, kind of breaks down, and Brand kind of as a last-second throw. Murph makes himself available. That's what the great receivers do. You come back to your quarterback, you make yourself available, give him a target. They pick up 12, and yet another third down conversion.
They've done that quite a bit on this drive, but Murph, 6'3", 195. Look at that junior, but he is reclassed. He is coming out this year, folks. He'll be at somebody's college locker room next season, if not January. I know Brand is he plans to report in January if he stays with Virginia Tech. But they're knocking on the door now. Brand's going to run it. They've done this a lot. Right up the middle, too easy. Touchdown, A.J. Brand, touchdown. Irmo strike up. The Yellow Jacket fight song, and they strike first in the neighborhood robbery. Some people call it Irmo-geddon.
Just a big-time block out there, too. Got to give Vernon Herron's offensive lineman. He really was the one who paved the way for A.J. Brand, who scoots into the end zone from 11 yards out. And how about this? Irmo drawing first blood, a 93-yard march. Stacy.
Yes, after that interception, which was huge, and that's the MUSC, Medical University of South Carolina touchdown. And for the extra point now, Irmo's trying to, Tucker Williams, I do believe. The junior left footer. Straight through, hands to the sky. 7-0. Yellow Jackets over Dutch Fork is going to surprise some folks. And we'll step away on the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. A good one from Dutch Fork High School.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Welcome back. It's a really intense atmosphere here. Irmo just took the 7-0 lead over Dutch Fork on the FNR Game of the Week. Year 10, our season finale, and we want to give special thanks to the South Carolina Army National Guard for recognizing our scholar athletes each week. We will introduce you to this week's nominees coming up here at halftime for the campus of Dutch Fork High School, and it is a great crowd on hand. A lot of folks paying attention to this game around the state, and debatably, the two best teams in 5A. I know Northwestern has something to say about that. Some of the other folks around the state, Gaffney. But this game is so far matched up to the Billinger.
Yep, Irmo's scoring drive, 13 plays, officially 92 yards. Yeah. Called it at the 8-yard line. Took 4:55 off the clock. A.J. Brand, 11-yard touchdown run. Tucker Williams, PAT, and got ourselves a ball game here, Stacy, 7-0.
That was a great camera shot right there by an outstanding crew, as always. Toe will meet leather, and it's the Will Luke Opportunity School kickoff you're watching right there. Will Luke 100 years helping students build a better future. In return is, once again, Anderson, this time across the 25 till about the 20, to about the 27-yard line. That's a young man who's also will stay in. He returns the kicks and stays in. That running back has a cast on that left hand, it looks like. Oh, man, the PA announcers playing a little Frankie Beverly. You can't go wrong with that. Amazing. It's a good time. That's Coach Knotts when you scream right there. And he's a Duke. He has a master's degree from Duke University in kinesiology. Played some defensive back at Duke. A lot of people don't know about it. He's been such a coaching legend, but played a little college football, a little cornerback at Duke. Played, actually saw the field a couple of years up there. Anderson around the right side. He's going to get into the secondary and hit hard and keeps driving. He's a physical kid, and that's going to be a first down run. I think he got hit 6 yards into that and just moved the pile. We'll see where they mark it, Joe, but that could be a first down.
I think that's a fresh set of downs. That's a 12-yard pickup all the way up to the 39. So, Irmo, you got to wrap up and bring down.
You got to bring a lot of hats to the party, too, Joe.
Get a hat on a hat, as they like to say.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a Columbia Police Department first down. A lot of those in this game. $5,000 sign-on bonus for new sworn officers to COPD. Columbia Police Department. As Ethan offering, the talented young man. He's a junior, but he's going to play baseball at Clemson, already committed. Anderson around the left side. They had some success over there in the first drive. Oh, what a hit. Right near the sideline. They are thumping out there.
That's Zion Gates. He came up and introduced himself to Anderson right there. You watch this right there. Little sweep to the left. Tries to get the corner turn, but watch this right here. Boom.
He ended up going down, but it was both kids were physical. But he closed the gate. You trying to say?
Really did. That's what you're talking about when you close and wrap up and make a stop for minimal gain.
Yeah, he closed that gate over there. He shut it down. 5'10", 204. Maurice Anderson's going to come out of the game there, but he's a physical kid. Second and long. And they're going to off him back. He's thrown the ball pretty well. Oh, he had a man miscommunicated that time with number 8, Jaden Westbrook. Had him open over the middle.
That's good pressure up front by Irmo. Watch him get the pressure here. You see a couple of defenders coming at him right there for Irmo. You get Major Taylor.
Stood behind him.
Yep, threw the ball behind him also. Ethan Gamble in there for the Yellow Jackets. Got good pressure on it. That's what you want to do if you're Irmo. Get pressure on the quarterback. That's how you force people into incomplete passes.
Coming up 3rd and 8, it looks like. And then under pressure, so screen set up to Boone Miller, and he's going to be tackled about a yard short. Let's see what they do right here. I don't think they want to give the ball back to Irmo. He's going to be marked short. So the fist is in the air. That's 4th down. Boone Miller's a good-sized kid, too, now. He's been on this varsity for a while. 6'4", 208.
You can see the screen develop, too, as all the defenders came rushing up the field. You saw it, and Tom Knotts is not going to punt this ball away on 4. This is a good full yard here easily.
Yeah, and I look for Maurice Anderson around that left side. They've had success with that. It's a physical. Last time it didn't go so well, but that left side, they batter folks. And watch the motion. They didn't put him in motion that time. It is the left side. He got hit, but got pulled forward. He just kept the legs turned. He got hit at the line of scrimmage, Joe, and that's just a physical run. That's going to be a 1st down.
That's a great play by Irmo, but just not quite good enough. And that's a one-on-one battle right there that Maurice Anderson was able to win. He was hit short, Stacy. That play could have been stopped for a turnover on downs, but give credit to Anderson. He's able to lean forward and move the sticks.
When Irmo is holding up a little better than some would think, I would say I'm probably a number against that strong offensive line of Dutch Fork. Again, they only dress 32. They don't get worn down. That's what you got to hope if not them, if you're them. But that's the Columbia Police Department 1st down. Ball's right at midfield, right on the Silver Fox. Motion man again. Offense going to look down the field. He has a man on the sideline. He was open for a second before the ball was thrown, and they kind of closed up. Good job by Irmo getting over there to contest that. They've done a very good job on defense. Take a look, Joe.
They really have. And again, he wants his sideline pass over here. Gets someone in his face right there. He wanted number 8 that time, Jaden Westbrook, the senior wideout. But that's good coverage down the field. A couple of jackets in the area.
And he's going to look left slant. That time is a little low, but caught. Good job catching that and keeping the feet moving. That's going to be a 1st down. Dutch Fork, the receiver that time might be Boykin Bickley. It is, number 17. Columbia Police Department 1st down. He went down with his hands and caught a pass that was really too low. And then got the positive yards out the catch, Joe.
Dutch Fork had 4 wides. They had a quad set to the right, and just Bickley by himself out to the left to try to just get a one-on-one. You beat one man, you might go to the end zone. But I tell you, Irmo is doing a good job of making Dutch Fork kind of nickel and dime it down the field. Hadn't given up the big one yet.
Heading toward a minute left in the 1st quarter. Offing looks over the middle. Bickley can't hit him right there. It was almost defenseless, but ball was high. And there's some more words after that. Conversations, a lot of conversations after plays here, but that's a hit that didn't have to be made. It's a rivalry game, and you're going to get popped. You got to keep your head on the swivel.
And I thought he did a good job to kind of pull up at the end. I mean, that could have been a lot worse.
Yes, you're right.
Peeled off just a little at the end.
Yeah,
but Offing is a little bit off so far in this game, Stacy. I mean, he had time to throw the ball right there, just not quite dialed in just yet.
Yeah, he's throwing with 2,000 yards this season coming in. 2nd and 10. That's Boone Miller in motion again. They're going to roll everything to the right, move the pocket, and pressure, and nothing. That's the defensive end, the sophomore Florida State offer. That young man is showing up big early. Jaden Bryant, number 24.
Well, that's the one we highlighted in the opening, Stacy. A player to watch for Irmo. You watch him right here. He just fights off the block, is able to get up the field right there. You see it right here. He's able to fight the block of the tight end and get through that and make the sack.
6'4", 250 in 10th grade, folks. You get free room and board and some books paid for. And then we're heading toward the end of the 1st quarter. This may be the last snap of the 1st quarter right here. Anderson's going to go in motion. He's open on the left side. There it is. Thrown there, and that's a good job by Offing. He may get down the sideline. Good job getting over there to make a tackle to save a touchdown. That's a great job by Offing checking down. And it's going to be 11 seconds left and a 1st down for Dutch Fork. They're in business to do business inside the Jim Hudson red zone, Joe.
A 30-yard pickup right there, and you didn't have anybody for Irmo out there to kind of set the edge and make sure that doesn't get to the boundary. And boy, Anderson's a good player. Get it in his hands. Big-time pickup there on 3rd and 16.
And there we go back. The offense going to run it. Tried that left side and got good yards. Good job on that left side blocking right there. That was a Columbia Police Department 1st down on the prior play, and maybe again, he's right at the sticks. It is another 1st down, back-to-back 1st downs for Dutch Fork, and it's going to be 1st and goal when we start the 2nd quarter from the 5-yard line. Take a look right here as we go to break. 1 quarter in the books has been hotly contested. Irmo with the lead. Dutch Fork threatening. Senior night here at Dutch Fork on a battle of 5A heavyweights.
message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Red or blue? This election season, Watch Fox News is bringing you the information about local, state, and federal elections to help you make your decision. Be sure to watch at 5 and 10, visit our website, or follow us on social media to get everything you need to know before you cast your vote in November. Holding your elected officials accountable is part of what makes Watch Fox News local first.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for a cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
At Atkins Law, we believe who you hire matters, but don't take our word for it. Hear it from our clients.
From the front desk to the paralegals answering my questions to DeWanna having my back, I couldn't ask for a better team of professionals.
From my first phone call to meeting Joe in person, I knew I was going to be in good hands.
Holly has a great practice, and her various experiences brings tons of knowledge to each of her clients.
Remember, who you hire matters.
The responsibility of being an officer at the Columbia Police Department extends beyond protecting the capital of South Carolina. Wearing the uniform also means having a heart for service, possessing compassion and empathy in service to citizens. Columbia is a place for you to live, work, and play. A place for growth that extends beyond the patrol car. The new headquarters is expanding for a bright future in the life of the department. You could be a part of CPD success.
Welcome back into an intense atmosphere here on Dutch Fork campus. 7-0, Irmo Yellow Jackets up by that touchdown we saw earlier, the run by A.J. Brand. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here with you, Amanda Poole on the sidelines, and Dutch Fork trying to answer the battle of the two highest rated teams in Big 5A or 5A Division I and 5A Division II. Irmo highest RPI in Division II, and Dutch Fork highest RPI ranking in Division I. Both teams undefeated. It's for the region championship. And Dutch Fork trying to change the score. They're going up top right here on the throw to the corner and caught. Boykin Bickley. They're going to say they're saying that's out of bounds. And I tell you what, they don't have what we have. We have a thing called instant replay. And I think Boykin Bickley was in bounds.
Stacey, that was a long way from here, but I agree with you. We got a good shot of that. I thought Bickley might have gotten a foot down over there. That's a great ball, too, right at the deep back right corner of the end zone. We'll see it right here. Just a fade to that corner. Let's see it.
That right foot's in right there.
Well, if it's not on the white, it's not on the white tape. But we call it tape. But
back to live action. That's going to be a miscue on the offense of Dutch Fork. There's going to be a procedure penalty, I believe. They're going to go reverse skate a little bit here. You don't want that anywhere in the field. Definitely not inside the 10-yard line.
Gotta say the official had a better look at it than us. If that foot was touching any part of the white over there, that is a good call.
He's got a really wide foot.
Good throw though. And that could be a sequence we look back on later, Stacey.
Just 5 seconds left and play gone in the second quarter. And the second play of the quarter going to be a touchdown run. Strike up the Dutch Fork fight song. They score. Ethan Offing answers. Cadillac in. just him jogging and running by himself. MUSC touchdown.
Now, forget what I said about that being an important sequence about the incomplete pass over there, Ethan Offing. This is just too easy, Stacy. He takes the snap, just angles to the left. No one over there for Irmo, and point away from being tied here early second quarter.
And just like that, on for the extra point. Now, we're going to have an all-tied-up ball game. Justin Welch. Hands to the sky, and it's sevens everywhere. The game is what we thought the game would be. It is hot and heavy and intense. Stay with us for more Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week from Irmo, South Carolina.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Welcome back. Inside the party known far and wide as the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Year 10, folks, our 10th game, or our last game of the season in year 10. We appreciate y'all's support all the while, and want to also give a special thanks to the South Carolina Army National Guard for recognizing our scholar athletes each and every week. We'll introduce you to this week's nominees coming up at halftime, folks. I can't wait. One of my favorite parts of the broadcast, celebrating the youngsters that are getting it done on the field of play and in the classroom. And the Army National Guard, was it to you, Joe Cash, my broadcast partner, a retired National Guardsman. Is that the way you say it? My son is an active National Guardsman right now. Coach Nars McCall, Alvin McFarland.
I know those guys too.
Yeah. Of course, a gentleman I saw on social media today, Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Coach Brand on your screen, and it's the time for the Will Lou Gray Opportunity School kickoff. It is Dutch Fork kicking off right to left. If you just tuned in, they just tied the ball game. Irmo had an interception and drove 92 yards to A.J. Brand touchdown, and now Dutch Fork, with their quarterback running it in, has now tied the score. Will Lou Gray been helping kids for over 100 years as a touchback. Will Lou Gray Opportunity School's our kickoff sponsor. Let's go down to Amanda Poole, the third member of our broadcast team. Amanda.
Difference in depth tonight here on the sidelines. Dutch Fork dressing around 80 guys, while Irmo brings around 30 guys. Coach Aaron Brand telling me this week he knows they'll be outnumbered, which is why they'll rely on their Dirty 30, a nickname for the grit it takes to compete when you're outnumbered. Brand says it'll take a family effort tonight, and I see the head of household seems to be A.J. Brand so far.
Absolutely. Good job, Amanda. As always down there. It's always a Dirty 30 is a good name. I like that. What did you say?
Yeah, I was going to say 13 plays, 73 yards, a little over 4 minutes off the clock for Dutch Fork on that drive, and it was Ethan Offing 10 yards out. And that's where we are, Stacy, tied at 7, early moment, second quarter.
And now we settle in because this is the answer to the answer. Irmo took their lead. Dutch Fork answered, and now see who the adjustments made. Irmo, almost a botched handoff in the backfield. Brand barely got that away to his back, and it's a gain of about 2.5. Good job once again getting to the ball for Dutch Fork. They fly around, man.
They do. They've been so nasty on defense this season for Tom Knotts. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments they made and really how they're going to maybe defend A.J. Brand a little differently on this second possession for Irmo in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And they took a full advantage and used a lot of clock and took their time and converted some third downs on that first drive. There's a swing, Joe, beneath this right. This place is packed. One of the most highly attended games Dutch Fork's had in a long time, I'm sure. Neighborhood rivalry, Irmo versus Dutch Fork. Brand had some time, and now the pocket's gone, and Oh, he still threw the ball. That's complete. It's incomplete, but he did a great job not taking a sack right there. Looking for Donovan Murph.
And he got Murph on the sideline, but I'm not sure it was that I think he might have picked up or might have lost a yard right there. The pocket breaks down. Looks like he's going to take a sack, and somehow, watch this throw, just gets it out of there. And I'm not going to call that incomplete. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, yeah, that was. But anything better than a sack right there if you're Irmo. That could have been disastrous. Dutch Fork's defense has been so dominant. 31 points allowed all season. 5 shutouts. They've already tied the school record, broken the school record of 5 shutouts this season. It won't have one tonight. That D-line has been so stout. We were talking about the linebacker Smith and the Sessions in the secondary. The D-line has been unsung heroes all year. And a lot of time for Brand. He's going up top. Went to Murph, and Murph caught it. The ball came out. Murph caught it. The ball came out. That's a fumble. Scooped up. That might be Raleigh Salters. It is Raleigh Salters. Returns inside the 25-yard line. What a catch by Murph. Got popped, and the ball came out. And if you're Irmo, you want to say he was down. I don't think it was even close. Salters with a huge scoop and run.
Game-changing play. Raleigh Salters right there. The linebacker comes up with the fumble after the big pass completion of about 26 yards. And that is just a massive play for this Dutch Fork defense. We'll see it right here as A.J. Brand back in the pocket, fires one, puts it right over the linebacker, puts it right on him. And as he comes to the ground, we'll see the hit right here. He gets hit. And the ball, absolutely great play to force the fumble right there. That was great call by the officials not to call that an incomplete pass. That's Jarvis Jackson, the senior linebacker, who forced it. And then it was Salters who scooped it up, and Dutch Fork in business at the plus 25.
Donovan Murphy with another one of his spectacular catches. It all gets foiled by an outstanding play by Jackson, and then Raleigh Salters. He and Ethan Offin was also Little League baseball teammates, I'm told. Shout out to my man Thomas Grant, outstanding sports writer, giving us some information. And that's a good job up front by Irmo. They said not a nuka. They shut it down like a fire marshal at a frat house party, Joe. Said we're having none of that. Homecoming or not, senior night or not, we're having none of this festivities.
Ethan Gamble on the stop right there. And if you're Irmo, you got it's a sudden change situation for them. They got to try to hold Dutch Fork if they can to nothing more than a field goal attempt. I'd like to give them 0 right here if you're Irmo, but
yeah,
they got to stand tall here.
3 levels for them. If you're Irmo, you want another turnover. That's the look of that defense that caused a turnover. You want to get a turnover if you can, stop them, and definitely keep them off the scoreboard. There's a pass toward the end zone. Bickley showing body control. There's a lot of contact. Dutch Fork fans want interference. I think he may have turned back into the defensive back, but some contact on that pass route. Bickley's a guy who's I think he's a 3-year varsity guy as well.
Pass just a little bit behind. Bickley tried to adjust to it, but just couldn't quite get himself turned around. Bickley's a good one, but couldn't come up with that.
2 back-to-back championships for Dutch Fork, 22 and 23 after losing to Gaffney in 21. Before that, it was a 5-year run. The first 5 seasons we had 5A football in South Carolina. Dutch Fork let nobody else touch the trophy. And they're going to call a timeout right here, 3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. And we'll stay right here with him. That's Coach Tom Knotts with the Mohawk. Now, he brought the Mohawk out, I believe it was last year, maybe the season before last, and he's been sticking with it.
I'll tell you, if you were going to get Dutch Fork, the opportunity was last year. And, of course, we were here, Stacy, last season, the last game of the year, the season finale against Lexington, and they were talking about at the time, it's going to be the greatest story told. I mean, Dutch Fork had a really rough start against an unbelievable schedule last season. Lost some early, but then they reeled off 8 wins in a row, and it was a tremendous story to win another state championship. And if you didn't get them last year, well, you certainly hadn't gotten them this year. So
you're so nice. That's Coach Brand. You're right, though, Joe. Everything you said, we were on the field with them, and they had bracelets. They were wearing bracelets before the season ended, saying this is going to be to order those bracelets before you run off an epic run like that. And I was told, I said, the greatest story we told is probably something else. We'll go, and that's another thing. I said, but as far as high school sports goes, it's definitely going to be one of those stories. And you know, one of the teams they lost to, which really stuck on their crawl, and Tom Knotts in particular, is not only is Brand one of his former assistants, but the coach over at White Knoll is one of his former assistants.
Dick Pelham, that's right.
Pelham. So they beat them in the first region game. They lost to White Knoll. And they get them back in the championship game and handle business. That was the perfect ending to the greatest story ever told for Dutch Fork.
And of course, you got Aaron Brand over there. You mentioned also worked with Tom Knotts previously at North Carolina. And he's done a great job to turn that Irmo program around. And we mentioned in the opening, I mean, no matter how this turns out for Irmo, they're gonna pick up ground in the RPI for the playoffs coming up for them.
Absolutely. Not a question. Anderson in the backfield with Offing. 3 wides in the formation. Bickley to the right in the formation. Offen's going to run. It's the same play he scored a touchdown on. He has room again. Written down at the 15-yard line. That's the same play he scored on. Up that left, running off tackle on the left side, Joe.
I think that's going to be enough. It is going to be enough to move those chains. A fresh set of downs for Dutch Fork. That was a play that Irmo's got to get them off the field. You get them 3rd and 10. You got to get a chance to get a stop after a turnover. Couldn't do it.
And Jim Hudson red zone and Columbia Police Department first down there. And Anderson, a bruising run. This kid never gets knocked backwards, it seems like. And lowered his pads and got inside the 10 there. So it's another chunk yard. They get a lot of yards on first down. Chunk yards on the first down run. Get an offensive line. Look at the size Dutch Fork puts out there, though. 70, 81. Some good. They have rangy linemen, long arm guys. So 2nd and 3 from about the 7-yard line. They get the 8. See what they call up right here. And it is going to be a pitch to Anderson. They love that left side. And again, Anderson hit it about the 6, and he just moves the pound inside. It's going to be right at that's the first down. That's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line.
Clearly, Dutch Fork sees something off that left side of the Irmo defense they feel like they can take advantage of. We've talked about the quarterback runs of Offing so far, and, of course, Anderson. All the action, it seems like, when they're running the ball, their strong side is to the left. So,
see a lot of hands on hips on that defensive side of Irmo. Remember, they only dressed the 31, 32 kids. The dirty 30, the man that just told you about, fatigue could be a factor as the game goes on. And it's going to be Offing again, just going to ease into the end zone, untouched. Just ease, just a nice little gallop, jog through the park, and strike up the Dutch Fork fight song on senior night. It's the MUSC touchdown from Ethan Offing, his 2nd of the night, Joe Cashin.
Ease on down the road. Is that
that's
the song?
That's it.
I mean, that's all he does is just take the ball, gets a great seal block on the edge right there. Not sure if that was the tight end over there, Boone Miller, who made a great block on this first run. He might have done it again right there, but just great blocking up there. And that's how you convert turnovers into points if you're Dutch Fork.
And that made that look too easy, those last 3 plays of the drive. They look dominant up front. Very physical team, as always, and that's going to be Welch. And it's good. Hands to the sky, and now 14 unanswered for Dutch Fork as they answer. Take a 7-point lead at home on senior night. It's a 5A battle, Irmo, Dutch Fork. Come on back now.
The responsibility of being an officer at the Columbia Police Department extends beyond protecting the capital of South Carolina. Wearing the uniform also means having a heart for service, possessing compassion and empathy in service to citizens. Columbia is a place for you to live, work, and play. A place for growth that extends beyond the patrol car. The new headquarters is expanding for a bright future in the life of the department. You could be a part of CPD's success.
Welcome back inside the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Our finale of Year 10. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Amanda Poole on the sidelines. 14-7 Dutch Fork. Ethan Offing 2 runs to answer the run of A.J. Brand. He said, I'll see you and I'll raise you one. So that's, there it is. 8:46 left in the half, Joe.
So 8 after the fumble forced by the Dutch Fork defense and then the subsequent return to the 25-yard line of Irmo. 6 plays and 25 yards, a minute 19 off the clock. Offing his 2nd touchdown run, as you mentioned. Point after touchdown, 14-7.
They have a good time in the stands out here. Smells like team spirit.
Camo night here.
Yes. Real little great opportunity. kickoff school.
I know a youngster down there, Merrick Brackett, who goes to school here. She played volleyball with my daughter, Emily, in club ball for several years. And she's going to Newberry, actually, to play volleyball up there. So
on to the next level. Shout out to that young lady. Wheeling Gray Opportunity School kickoff. Over 100 years helping students build a better future. Right to left is Dutch Fork in their green, kicking off to the white-clad Irmo Yellow Jackets automatic touchback as the ball crosses the goal line in high school football. And after this is the finale. This is the final week. Playoff seedings and et cetera will be set. And speaking of which, my Chesterfield Golden Rams, I do believe, are playoff bound.
How about that?
I've heard from Matt Quinn in his first season up there. One of the other staff members, my homeboy, my little nephew, Nick Dixon, tuning in as well. Shout out to all those folks tuning in around the state. A lot of folks are off this week. A lot of folks are done, and they're watching and listening. And I appreciate all those coaches and players and fans around the state checking this game out. This is a good one as far as it lived up to the billing.
Our good buddy T-Cup has us on tonight.
T-Cup, forgot about Don't forget about my man T-Cup, our mutual friend T-Cup, outstanding broadcaster.
Up in the Rock Hill area, doing a great job.
Absolutely. So we believe Irmo really has the answer right here. Dutch Fork has a way of slipping away and running away from people. So it's a big drive for Irmo. They don't want to give the ball back to the offense. That's clicking for Dutch Fork. Brand, so clever in the pocket, is going to try to get to the edge. And eyes still downfield. Did a good job keeping his eyes downfield, but great coverage on the back end for Dutch Fork, Joe.
That was Julian Walker, defensive end, that really forced that. Was able to get upfield and kind of force Brand to be uncomfortable, flushed him from the pocket. And
I think Brand's having some words with the official there. He's getting some love taps out of bounds a little bit a couple times. I don't know if it happened that time, but he's definitely been bothered by that a bit.
I haven't really seen anything egregious, though, from Dutch Fork. I mean, he's on the field to play, and they're shoving him out of bounds. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. But, I was looking for the edge over there. And it was on the Dutch Fork sideline, so I don't know what was said. But again, it's football, man. This is high-level intensity right now. The place is packed. Looking across the way, Irmo, I mean, you don't have to say they traveled. They all are neighbors. And they came down the street. Irmo's side is filled. Dutch Fork right beneath us. They starting to fill in. The gate over there by the baseball field is starting to fill in right now. So a great crowd. 2nd and 8. Brand's going to fake the give. He's going to run over that left side and got popped. He got hit hard at the line of scrimmage, and those guys are thumping out there. Take a look. That's 91 right there on your screen with a big hit.
That's Michael Steed, and you kind of wondered after that first Irmo touchdown drive that featured a lot of A.J. Brand what would happen as far as Dutch Fork defensively. And there's Raleigh in there once again. Old Raleigh Salters in there. He was also in on that hit. You wondered what kind of adjustments they would make. Well, A.J. Brand going a little bit tougher here.
Grant tells me that Ethan Offin, who I tell you the Clemson baseball commit, he and Raleigh Salters were teammates on the Irmo Senior League baseball team that won the U.S. Championship and were runners-up in the Senior League World Series back when they were youngsters. That's 2016 when they were youngsters. Those guys are now teammates winning football championships. Won one last year together. Brand jumped the pass, and that time somehow caught. And it's going to be a track meet. They won't catch him. Nothing but green grass and opportunity for Irmo. Strike up. The Irmo fight song. Malik Miller takes it to the house. What a throw, what a catch, what a play.
How did he get the pass off, Stacy? Watch the pocket break down. He's got all kind of traffic in his face, and I thought the ball got partially deflected. It was. I thought it got knocked to the ground, but it wasn't. Mario Anderson with the tip. However, an even better play by Malik Miller. 78 yards for the touchdown for the Jackets. Holy mackerel.
Man, an outstanding defensive play, but a better offensive play. This is an MUSC touchdown from Malik Miller from A.J. Brand. A.J. Brand threw that with his feet off the ground. A literal jump pass. And that's just high-level skills, keeping that eye on the football after it was deflected. And one extra point away from a tie ball game. And the referees are going to step in right now. But what a play. This game is it's living up to the billing. Great athletes are making great plays. And they're watching it in a tent right now. They're watching it like you watch it at home, folks. They're about to see it again and say what we said, like, what in the world?
I thought the ball was going to get knocked to the ground, and it was tipped, but Miller just came up with a better play to be able to, maintain concentration on the football, reel it in, and like you say, once he stepped away from the defense, there was no catching him. This has lived up to the billing, Stacy. First 16 minutes of this one. Well, this has been fun so far.
And I tell you what, Miller's a 5'8" or so 10th grader, and I hear he has like 4.4, 4.3 speed. This kid can get it. He can fly. They call offsides on Dutch Fork. It is declined. So in for the extra point is 18 on your screen right there. Tucker Williams, a junior, a left footer. Let's see if he can get this one to tie the ball game. It is dead, solid, perfect. Hands to the sky, to the Irmo nighttime air. Those hands go up, and we have 14s everywhere, Joe Cashin, and we'll stay here and chop it up for a bit.
Watch this again. I mean, there are 4 green jerseys around him in that pocket. Watch the ball get deflected, and then whoop, Miller's able to reel it in, and Dutch Fork can't believe it. Able to shut off that last would-be tackle right there, and there is no stopping and picking him up and putting him down all the way to the box. Put the pill in the box is what they say.
He was heading down Kennelly Road right there, Old Tama Way. Mm-hmm. The campus of Dutch Fork High School, and to catch that pass though, I mean, 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 out of 100, that's just a well-defensed pass breakup. Young man kept his eye on the ball while running full speed, by the way, Joe. That's dexterity.
We said star power on the field tonight, Stacy. I mean, no, your average high school football player doesn't make that play, but there are a lot of above-average high school football players out here tonight. Yeah. Three plays, 80 yards, 112 off the clock, and again, 78-yard touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of Saturday players out here on this field for both teams. That's Coach A.J. Brand, my guy. He's a young man who, again, as a father, we're both parents. The coach's son, having son A.J. Brand Jr. played these 4 years. He's been here at Irmo. He's meant a lot to him. He loved to see it. I'm hearing Tom Knotts has a son on JV at Dutch Fork that's going to be a really good player coming up that'll be on varsity next year. So he'll have the same feeling Coach Brand has this year. There's something special about coaching a kid, whether it be son or daughter. Something special about that. So Coach Brand is enjoying that. 4th and final ride here. Will Luger Opportunity School kickoff coming up for Irmo. They'll be kicking off left to right on your screen. And, they took the offside. They're going to take the yards on the kickoff. So, I believe that's what they did there. So, 7:34. Man, I'm tired. It's 7:34 left in the second quarter. We've got a lot of stuff going on here.
I'll tell you who's not tired, the punters so far. I'm not sure we're going to see. We hadn't seen one yet. They're on milk cartons right now. 2 turnovers to stop drives and 4 touchdowns.
And before we get, this is Friday. Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans out there as well.
That's right. It's Veterans Day weekend. Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot going on. Beautiful weather for November 8th. It is a beautiful night out here. People in short sleeves. Kickoff fielded at the 6-yard line. It's going to be Anderson again. And taking some, just bouncing off folks to about the 24-yard line. So, again, we talked about the answer to the answer. Irmo, they survived the knockout punch of the 2 touchdowns in a row and responded. Dutch Fork hasn't had a lot of close games this year.
No, they have had none. Right. No close games. Right. We talked about how Irmo really needed to respond. Down 7 after the turnover, and boy, respond did they ever.
And again, the only thing if you're Irmo, the only thing you have to be concerned about is dressing out 32 kids. That was building a kid early in the week. That was an issue, so they just said, we'll skip that. We just won't dress the kids. So now from 33 to 32, the roster. And Amanda talked about Dutch Fork dressing 80. And the fatigue doesn't happen. It'll be a great game to the end, and that's offing on your screen. Has both touchdowns for Dutch Fork. He's going to fake the pitch to Anderson and look long. Is it Bickley? Almost caught, and that was a little bit of face guard. They didn't call face guard on that, but that was going for Borkin Bickley, the speedster down the right sideline, and almost, but well defended.
Well, the defender right in his hip pocket, too. Give credit that time to the Irmo defense right here. You see the defender for Irmo right there. That's Taryn Bowman, senior defensive back. He's step for step, and it looked like Bickley had a chance to reel that one in. Just couldn't quite do it.
He had his arm at the last moment, I think, there. He bothered him just enough to cause the incompletion. But I like both teams going deep a few times, going for it all right there. And there's a flag down. We haven't had enough flags for me to talk bad about it, but it's been a couple here and there. Legal man downfield, looks like. And that's on Dutch Fork. They'll do a little Michael Jackson moonwalk right here. So ball bit to 19. It'll be 15 to go for them. 7:19, folks, on the first half clock. Thank you all for tuning in. Not just tonight, but all season and all 10 years. Sonic Friday Night Rivals high school football game of the week in the Midlands here. Glad to have you with us. Ethan Offing is going to have a man in motion. Look left, now back over the middle and high. And I tell you what, they're very fortunate. That high toss, he had the man who had the first interception of the game lurking, Matthew Blocker, and then also a man behind him. He had 2 defenders back there that had a better chance of that football once it was deflected.
Going to Jaden Westbrook that time.
A little high. High passes are where interceptions, live.
Mm-hmm.
So, just going to bring up second down now in 15. And he played first down because of the penalty, and it's going to another passing opportunity here for Offing. And wide open right there in the middle, sitting down in the middle of that defense is number 2, KJ Smith, the senior. Got some of the yards they need right there, so it's going to be third and very manageable.
He did 15, got 14, so you're right. Manageable third down here.
Yeah, especially when you got Big 30 in there who never seems to get hit backwards. He seems to fall forward. They had a fourth down early in their own territory and got it. So 3rd and 1. I think Maurice Anderson may be the guy. Yeah, they're going tight formation. There are 2 guys out to the left side, but there's tight ends on the right side. They may be hit in the backfield, but fell forward. That's a good job keeping the legs going by the running back. He got hit. That is Anderson.
Aspen Rivers, the linebacker for Irmo, was one of several Yellow Jacket defenders, Stacy, who got up the field, got penetration, got a hit behind the line of scrimmage. But Anderson is so impressive. I mean, he does not go backwards. He's going forward.
Yes, 5'10", 204, and he brings all 204 to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive kid who's actually grown into the job. He was a youngster on the championship team a couple of years ago, and as a freshman. Now he's a 6-footer. And Anderson on the left side has room in the secondary across midfield, just dragging folks inside the 45-yard line. He ought to charge rideshare fees. Maurice Anderson they got to cash out him or something after that run. Take a look. That dude just throwing people out the club.
He's like an Uber. He's taking everybody for a ride tonight. You watch it right here again. They run the left side. He gets a little crease right there. Steps through. Whoop, that guy's not going to make the tackle, and he just takes number 9 for Irmo right there for a ride. You mentioned Matthew Blocker. Looks like he had a shot. And look at this.
Right back to live action. I tell you what, they almost had him. That was a good penetration by Irmo's defense, but could not get the ball carrier down. But that was the Columbia Police Department first down on the prior play to Maurice Anderson. They've had some success with Anderson, but usually he's the red zone runner, and this tonight has been Offing when they got close to the goal line. You mentioned that. We both mentioned that left side has been good to him. So we'll see if they go back here again now, 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion again. They do this more than anybody in the state, I'm sure. They're going to pull it and go left side again and looking to the end zone. Oh, that's going to be interference. It's going to be easy PI right there. Going to Westbrook and just, I think it might be a good PI because I think that'll be a touchdown, I think.
They got another flag back here too, Stacy.
Okay, they may also
2 penalties here.
Now, if you Dutch Fork, you hope that's not a hold in the backfield. That's going to negate what would have been a 15-yard and an automatic first down. Have you near the red zone.
I agree with you, Stacy. That's a good defensive pass. That's a good DPI right there. Yeah. There's no question about it. Coming off the line of scrimmage, Westbrook was wide open. You could just see it from here. Yeah. He's wide open.
Just running lonesome.
Yeah.
And then he had his AirPods in, Joe.
He did. He's just,
just chilling.
The Irmo defender right there did the only thing he could do.
Look at the youngsters out there. No school tomorrow. They're happy. Can't hear the ref there, but it is going to be interference on Irmo. That's the call. So it's both of them are going to be on Irmo then. And then a personal foul. Roughing the passer. So that's both. Wow, that's 2 big jokers right there.
That is. So they declined the PI, and they're going to take the roughing the passer.
So Offing rolled left and kind of left his feet a little bit to throw. He must have got popped. We didn't catch that. He must have got popped. And let's take a look at our guys in the truck. K-Pass and the crew right there. Yes. Yeah, you got to leave him alone right there.
Yeah, 4 you got to peel off right there.
And then they got mauled.
Got both of them. Our camera crew, our
guys,
production bunch,
they're something else, right?
They're fabulous.
They're Shrine Bowl level. They're definitely lottery picks. Oh, Anderson just handing out punishment like Halloween candy out there. And this dude gets a head of steam, but he is looking for you. You're not looking for Maurice Anderson. He's looking for you. He got a big chunk of yards right there. It's going to be second and about a short 2, maybe.
I think you're right.
That's a nice gashing run that time. That kid is physical, though. You mentioned he gets behind those pads. 2nd and 2 play is going to be a fake to Anderson, and he offered. This time, they kind of knew it was coming. They've been running the offing off the left side, and they tackled at times by number 21, Makari Allen Hendricks. His brother Jaden Allen Hendricks was a running back for Irmo last year. They ended up going to Oklahoma State. That's his little brother.
Yep, and he made a good play right there to get some penetration, get up the field. And Offing has had a lot of success running that ball left, but not that time.
Yeah, Makari Allen Hendricks, young man, 6'1", junior. Plays a little defensive line there for him.
Stacey, you got 3 names. You're a football player with 3 names.
Absolutely.
You know, any guy out there with 3 names, you can play.
Yeah, you're gonna one day be a lawyer and a football player.
Exactly.
Anderson goes out in motion, and they're gonna throw an inside shovel pass this time, a little trickeration, and it's gonna be a nicely blocked and a hard run this time. KJ Smith just churning yards. Little trickeration. They faked the give, and inside pitch got a little cute that time. And it works.
And they had Anderson going right if they wanted to, because I mean you see it right here. And they just pitch it right back to the left, get some good blocking right there. And boy, these Dutch Fork is so hard to tackle. What is a physically strong football team? You can't tackle these guys.
One of the best weight training programs in the state. A one-on-one coverage. They threw this before and it was called out of bounds. This time it's not. Boykin, Bickley, hands to the sky, strike up. The Dutch Fork fight song Offing to Bickley this time. It's an MUSC touchdown, put 6 on the board, Joe.
A little fade again to the right. First time it was called out of bounds. This time, well in bounds. No chance this is out of bounds. He got about 3, 4, 5 feet down. That's a good answer to the answer for Dutch Fork right there. Good touchdown drive, and they retake the lead.
6'1", 162. Bickley's been a speedster for them since his sophomore year, and that's a great throw, great catch. Hands to the sky, and we now have a Dutch Fork lead once again by 7. They led 14-7. Now it's 21-14 on senior night. The number 1 team in 5A Division 1, in 5A overall, reclaims the lead with 3:37 left to play in the half.
You can see the touchdown throw right there. This is just right on the money. All Bickley has to do is just run to the spot, put his hands up, and the ball is right there.
And that's well coached, though, because they saw it early. They knew they had it before. They was an inch, maybe I thought he was in bounds the first time. Let's say he was an inch out of bounds. You go back to it, just move it over a little bit, just start the route a little bit, 2 yards inside, and same play. Because he was beat, had his quarterback beat that time as well, so. Let's go down to the talented Amanda Poole on the sidelines. Amanda?
Thank you, Stacy. Well, a 10-5 season for Dutch Fork last year was unnormal. Coach Knott's using the word frustrating to describe the outlier of a year, but a season that still culminated in a state championship, number 8 for Knott's. I asked him how he sustained success here, and he said, "I'm mean." Says all the coaches demand things from their players, doing things the right way. And according to Knott's, the right way is putting in the work.
Absolutely, Amanda. And Coach Knott's has been, he's been ironclad in that since he got here. He's been demanding, but he got here and he's held forth, and that's why they have a whole football season worth of championship games. They're 8-3 in championship games. That's a season, folks. And I remember the first season Coach Knott's got here, and I went to Carolina. I asked some alum, a buddy of mine who's had a kid on the team. He said, "We're practicing on Thanksgiving. Some of the people around here don't like that." Coach Knott said, "Well, if I'm here, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be playing past Thanksgiving, so you don't need me to leave, or y'all going to leave. Somebody going to leave, because what I do is we play past Thanksgiving around here. That's what my teams do." And he had to change the culture. He said, "You complain about it." He said, "You want to be practicing on Thanksgiving.
You want to be playing that time, because only the best of the best are practicing that weekend." So
those knots right there. Yeah, I never forget. I got an inbox. My buddy in my inbox was like, "Man, I don't know." I said, "Well, okay, well, if you brought Tom Knott's down here, buddy, you're gonna be practicing on Thanksgiving. He tends to win like that." So here we are, the last 3:37 of a great half of football.
Again, a big possession here for Irmo. They'll get the ball first to start the second half. They'll have to put some points on the board if you're the Jackets.
Ronnie Salters had a big hit, but could not wrap up. He had to get some help, but that's still a great job up front. And I love the Pac-Man music here by the PA.
Isn't that funny?
It is awesome. But Salters really shut that play down. They're closing off the water for Irmo right now, and Brand had to make a spectacular play for the last touchdown. They got to find some ways to matriculate the ball down the field, Joe.
Hank Strand.
There you go.
They're going to run the 65 toss power trap right here. That's coming next.
And then Aaron Precision, a seal here and a seal here. Got to matriculate that thing. Hank Strand. That's with the Chiefs, by the way.
Yeah.
Who you're reigning Super Bowl champions 2 times.
Twice.
Yeah. It's hard to do it 3 times. We'll talk about that later. 2:50 when the rolling first half clock. They're going to move the pocket right for Brand. He's looking downfield, but he's going to use the legs. And this kid is hard to bring to the ground now. He spins and churns, and that's going to be a first down. They need to maintain possession here. What they don't want to do is give the ball up. They would like to tie it. They're going to stop the clock temporarily at 2:37 to move the sticks. That is a Columbia Police Department first down.
You just made a great point, Stacy. You don't want to give the ball back to Dutch Fork here late in this half. If you go get points here, great. If you don't, okay, fine. Right. Getting the ball first to start the second half.
Absolutely.
Don't want the last thing you want is Dutch Fork to have the ball with one last shot here and maybe take a 2-score lead.
That's well said, and that's true. They're heading to the 2-minute mark of the first half, and the Columbia Police Department first down, of course, brought to you by the legs of A.J. Brand Jr., the Virginia Tech commit. 6'2.5", 212. His dad says his body can carry 225 right now. Definitely when he gets in college, he'll maybe put on even more. Brand just kind of glides and Cadillacs over. And again, this time he's complaining to the ref again. Somebody on the sideline hit him. But he's got to comment that. People are just standing on the sideline. He did take a pop over there. At the end of the play, he took a pop. But the players standing on the sideline, they don't have to move. They don't have to move for you.
That's a smart play by Brand right there, too. He had some time as he was rolling out to the right and didn't want to force anything. Took what the defense was giving him, and he picks up 8.
Yeah, he just makes it look easy. It kind of glides.
Glides.
Yes.
I mean, the best of the best, the athletes, make it look effortless.
This is a kid who, played primarily football, and then all of a sudden his sophomore year at Irmo decided to go play for Tim Whipple and play basketball at point guard. And, oh, by the way, just won a state championship in basketball. Just that kind of kid, that kind of athlete. But a lot of those on this field, tight end in motion for Irmo. They're going to try that left side and run again. He got room. Amir White across the 50, and that's just a good job up front and a great vision, great cutback run by White.
Got good blocking off his left side. He's able to get into plus territory, and still 3 timeouts on the docket for Irmo here. Clock 1:43 and turning. Still got plenty of time right here. You're Aaron Brand. Take a shot here.
Yeah, I think they want to take a shot where they make sure that they still don't ever get the ball up. So they may wait under a minute, but 1:30 on the game clock here as we head to the end of the second quarter. Ball just across midfield at the Dutch Fork 49. A.J. Brand and Irmo on the move. 3 wides in this formation. White to the left. Brand thought about running. He's going to try to edge now. He got enough block protection, and he threw that. His arm got hit right as he threw. I think his arm got hit right as he threw that, I think. I tell you what, he's just excited. Coach Knox calling him the most electrifying player he's seen since he's been here. And he looks like something's always about to happen. Take a look here.
See the pressure. Dutch Fork does a good job to flush him, and he's, again, a bunch of green jerseys, gets hit from behind.
He got hit popped right as he threw it.
Yeah, right as he threw the football and really couldn't get anything off
Jackson,
that.
Yeah, Jarvis Jackson, who caused a fumble early in the ball game. Got there a second early. He might have really caused some disruption.
And if you're Dutch Fork here, you still have 2 timeouts if you're the Silver Foxes. You get a stop here, Tom Knotts will use them.
I think Irmo will run it right here because of that.
I think so, too.
And make them call the timeout. But, nobody's asking me. And there's a run off the left side. Oh, White pops out. He's got room. He had room to that left side over there. I think somebody must have grabbed his leg. He was trying to bounce it out again to the sideline, and Dutch Fork saved a first down run right there, but the clock is going to keep rolling. And timeout called at 1:02, I believe. The clock stops at 1:02. So, well, the referee is not that. Maybe it's a penalty. The referees are talking.
They're having a convo over there.
A deacon board meeting, I believe, going on over there. And Coach Knotts want to know what's going on. He's waving his hands saying, well, yeah, that's the flag. Coach Knotts is waving his hands saying, okay, it's a hold on Irmo. Coach Knotts saying, can I know what's going on? So he calls the official over there, and he said, go ahead and push him back. We're taking that one for sure. But I didn't see the flag at first, Joe. I don't know if you did it or not.
I did not.
Yeah. So the ball's now back across the 50 on the Irmo side. And with 1:02 to play right here, you may see they're behind the sticks. They kind of have to throw now. 2nd and 12, Joe. I think maybe a safe pass. That's Coach Brand on your screen.
You want something that will keep the clock moving or at least force Dutch Fork to call one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Again, I believe that Tom Knotts will use that. He can get the ball back here. There's some clock management or game management into the first half.
So you may see another run here, but Coach Brand, he played football at quarterback and some middle infield for Emory and Henry in Virginia back in the day. So Virginia native. which may have factored in A.J. Brand going to Virginia Tech, on the Virginia thing. Motion man against the tight end. They're going to drop Brand back. He's going to nice a little setup, a screen to that tight end, and he had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Green jerseys everywhere. They had a team meeting on the tight end right there, Joseph Albritton. And Albritton name has been running the Irmo program for a while. There's been some Albrittons over the years. So the clock's running.
Tom Nance looks like he's content to take this thing to the locker room because he would have burned it by now, and there's a lot of time melting away, and this may well be the last play of the half.
If I'm Irmo, I'll throw it deep here.
Why not?
Yeah, if I'm Irmo. Again, nobody, I promise you, Coach Brand didn't call me and ask me for my opinion. 12 seconds, yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to drop back and turn it loose right here. And he has, is that oh boy, that's a physical hit. He pops up though. That was a physical hit. And they're going to call that. They're going to call a penalty on that. It may be illegal, unnecessary roughness, but that was 10. He got torn up over there on that side. That was Brandon Bell. And unless something was said, a flag came in after the play, Joe.
That looked like good, clean football to me from here, Stacey.
Like I said, unless something was said, I don't know what else could have been, but he definitely. And referee standing right there at the 28-yard line. Oh, they're going to call targeting. He put his fist to his head. I don't know if that's a thing here, but.
I didn't think that was a thing in high school.
I don't think it is. He did. It looks like he just put his head, fist to his. Oh, he was. There it is. He did. That is a thing.
Well.
Personal foul targeting. So it's a thing now. If it wasn't. Coach Nas is saying, I need somebody got some explaining to do. And that's going to be the big joker, folks. That's going to be a first down.
Corrected on that, yeah. So
that's going to be a first down. Take a look.
Let's see the end of the play here. You see the pass breakup right there. Then you see the.
Oh, but he hit him in the shoulder, though. He hit him in the shoulder.
That's not. Yeah, I'm not really agreeing with that call.
That was not, yeah, I think
he's hit with the shoulder right there.
That's not targeting, but a regular speed because of the way the head moved. He might have thought that.
That's tough for the officials to make in real time without.
Yeah, it's a break for Irmo right there. And they're going to call a timeout.
You can take you got 6.9 on the clock. You have 3 timeouts. Timeouts really aren't going to be a factor here.
Yeah, timeout Irmo was 6.9. I think you got to take a shot in the end zone.
Absolutely, you take a shot in the end zone if they can give him time to throw the football. If I'm Tom Nance, I might be bringing some heat.
This is where you roll the pocket, though, right? With a mobile quarterback with the nimble feet.
But you get a shot to the end zone here if you're Aaron Brand of the Yellow Jackets. And, this first half for Irmo, I'm feeling pretty good if I'm the Yellow Jackets right now. Going to the locker room, at worst, you're going in down 7. You have the ball coming out first, start the second half. So they're in good shape here.
And, there's Coach Nate Hinton, the assistant coach right to the left. His son is linebacker Catawba Hinton. He was a linebacker on the championship team a couple years ago. But you have nothing necessarily to lose right here. And plus, you get the ball back to start the third quarter if you
exactly.
Joe, so glad to have y'all with us tuning in. I'm Stacey Huff here with the Action Joe Cashin. G.I. Joe Cashin, as I call him. Man about town.
Retired.
Outstanding broadcaster. Yeah, outstanding dude.
Thank you. I feel the same for you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Outstanding. Amanda Poole has done great work on the sideline here for us for some years now. I just got to do some basketball with Amanda last year as well. Talented young lady. We're glad to have this crew. K-Paz and Mike and all the crew down there in the trunk. Man, great camera work.
Amanda played basketball in high school.
She did.
Outstanding point guard.
That's right, absolutely. I believe it was up in Michigan. She'll correct me. Michigan, Ohio, one of those. I don't know if I said the wrong state. She'll be mad. And here's our last play. It's going to be a short pass. He may be trying to get out of bounds here. And he did with 1.4, so he got closer for the end zone play. That's Murph.
So you get the defense going down the field, thinking you're going to throw one deep. Then you just kind of slip somebody underneath to pick up a short gain, make this a shorter throw, and keep some time on the clock, 1.5 seconds.
So we'll see the outstanding arm of A.J. Brand Jr. Mitchell Brand Jr. played a solid wide receiver position as a 9th grader. It was headed to an all-region. Might have made all-region. He had late in the season. He had an injury, but as a freshman, he was a receiver. So quarterbacks that can play receiver both make themselves valuable, but they also understand the routes. So they'll take it to the end zone here, we do believe, with 1.4 left in the half. Will he have time? Nope. Too many. My goodness gracious, he broke loose. A.J. Brand directing traffic. He cool as a cucumber. Throws it. gave his team a chance.
Well, he was across the line of scrimmage, so even if he'd have hit that pass, that was
I thought he was.
That would have been an illegal forward pass. I mean, the line of scrimmage was the 30. And I was watching that as he was coming to the line of scrimmage.
That's the penalty.
Yeah, there it is right there.
So it's going to be declined. So they head into the locker rooms.
Yep.
That was quite a half, man. Listen, game's worth of big plays.
Talk about star power in that first half. We saw it. Big 24 minutes right there.
21-14, Dutch Fork. And of course, we always have our Coach's Corner conversation brought to you by Lexington Medical. Lexington Medical brings you our Coach's Corner. And with that in mind, let's go down the field for that conversation with Amanda and Coach Knotts.
Thank you, Stacy. Coach Knotts, you knew that A.J. Brand was going to be a force tonight. How do you contain him in the second half?
I don't know. I do not know. We've had our hands on him. We've gotten his face. We've contained him. He is Superman in cleats. I'm in awe of him. But we're going to try to figure out how to. Hopefully he'll get tired and we'll eventually get him on the ground. But what a spectacular game! It looks like all Irmo's here. Maybe it's going to be who has the ball last. We'll see.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Stacy.
Thank you, Coach Knotts. Thank you, Amanda. Brought to you by Lexington Medical, our Coach's Corner. We'll step away at halftime now and we have a lot in store for you when you come back. 21-14, singing night, big 5A battle on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
Light it.
Win it all. That is the culture.
Well, this question is wheelhouse for me. I'm going to crush this.
Let's go.
So good.
Let's go, Coach.
The Triple Option Podcast, presented by Wendy's. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Ready for an unforgettable day at the races? Enter the Colonial Cup Sweepstakes for your chance to win 2 general admission tickets and an infield parking pass to the spectacular event in Camden, South Carolina. Experience the thrill of this premier equestrian event where tradition meets excitement. Watch the finest thoroughbreds compete for glory and enjoy a day filled with entertainment, food, and fun. Only 10 lucky viewers will win. Don't miss out. Scan the QR code now to enter for your chance to win. The Colonial Cup awaits. Will you be there?
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6 or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
And welcome back. It's halftime. We stand at 21-14, Dutch Fork over Irmo. And with that in mind, we head to our educator spotlight on the sideline with Amanda Poole. Amanda.
Thank you, Stacy. I'm here alongside Irmo's principal, Karen Hampton. Karen, you were telling me there's some new and exciting things happening in Yellow Jacket territory.
Absolutely. Currently, we have a new wing being added to our building. It is in addition to, so we're really excited to have that. It's going to be a replacement of some of our core content areas and really a good opportunity for our students to experience some new spaces at Irmo High School. So it's really good. Our bond referendum passed earlier this week, so we are very thankful to our community that will add to some of that space that we're already been working on. So it's a great time to be a Yellow Jacket.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are only down by 1 score right now, so a lot of football left to play as far as tonight's game. Well, thank you so much, Karen. We'll send it back to you, Stacy.
Thank you very much. And speaking of Dutch Fork, let's talk about our Dutch Fork Scholar athlete. And for Dutch Fork, it is Justin Welch. Justin is that's our Irmo Scholar athlete. Let's talk about our Irmo Scholar athlete brought to you by South Carolina Army National Guard. is Matthew Blocker, a 4-year football player for the Yellow Jackets. He's been named as an All-State honorable mention into the All-State second team. At school, he has a 5.083 GPA as a member of the International Baccalaureate Program and served as the Vice President on the SCHSL Student Athlete Advisory Committee. In the community, Matthew is active with his church with the Auntie Karen Foundation and Community Youth Force. He hasn't decided on his future plans just yet, but is interested in pursuing a degree in criminal justice, and we wish him the very best of luck. Good luck to you, whatever you decide to do. Matthew Blocker, you're our scholar athlete, brought to you by South Carolina Army National Guard, and we wish you the very best. Job well done. We'll step away and be back with more halftime after this.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
The responsibility of being an officer at the Columbia Police Department extends beyond protecting the capital of South Carolina. Wearing the uniform also means having a heart for service, possessing compassion and empathy in service to citizens. Columbia is a place for you to live, work, and play. A place for growth that extends beyond the patrol car. The new headquarters is expanding for a bright future in the life of the department. You could be a part of CPD success.
The National Desk. Context and perspective from America's News Now.
Am I getting a dose of toxic chemicals just by eating this food?
Follow-up investigative reports from the National Desk.
The connection to China and our food supply.
Choose America's News Now, each weeknight from the National Desk.
The National Desk Weekend Edition, tonight at 12:30 a.m.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
Welcome back into halftime here from Dutch Fork as the Yellow Jackets of Irmo are visiting here. 2 undefeated teams. Dutch Fork leads 21-14 here to senior night. And with that in mind, we go down with the Educator Spotlight with the Dutch Fork Administrator and Amanda Poole.
Thank you, Stacy. I'm here alongside Dutch Fork Principal Gerald Gary. Gerald, tell me what's been happening at Dutch Fork recently that you'd like to tell us about.
We're still celebrating the success of our most recent South Carolina State School Report Card. Our graduation rate was the second highest in school history. AP scores, the passage rate was the highest in any other open enrollment school in the state of South Carolina that tests as many students as we do. So very excited about that.
Awesome. Not only have the smarts, but you guys came out and supported this week for our Sonic Car Hops for Cash. So our sponsor, Sonic, will present you with this check, but I'll do it for them. Get this up here for you. Congratulations on winning the Car Hops for Cash.
Thank you so much.
Stacy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gerald and Amanda. Now for our Scholar Athlete, brought to you by the South Carolina Army National Guard for Dutch Fork High School. This week it is Justin Welch. Justin is a 2-time state champion and all-state kicker for the Silver Foxes. He holds the state record with 236 extra points made and the school record for the longest field goal. At school, he has a 4.96 GPA and is a member of the Key Club and STEM program. In the community, Justin is active in scouting and has achieved the Eagle Scout rank. He also serves as a youth elder. Justin has not yet decided where his future plans will take him, but plans to major in aerospace engineering, and we wish him the very best of luck. Good luck to you, Justin. Job well done, and wish you the best in whatever you decide to do. Once again, shout out to the Army National Guard, and you're our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Justin. Stay tuned with more coming up here from Irmo, South Carolina on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
At Atkins Law, we believe who you hire matters, but don't take our word for it. Hear it from our clients.
From the front desk to the paralegals answering my questions to DeWanna having my back, I couldn't ask for a better team of professionals.
From my first phone call to meeting Joe in person, I knew I was going to be in good hands.
Holly has a great practice, and her various experiences brings tons of knowledge to each of her clients.
Remember, who you hire matters.
Stay safe, alert, and informed with a Skywatch weather team. AMS certified Chief Meteorologist Taylor Canoost.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Saluda County.
And meteorologist Clara Faith.
We're getting back to that time of year across the Midlands when humidity will start to climb.
Bring you local first weather updates on air and online on Watch Fox News. Subscribe to Watch Fox on YouTube to see the content you may have missed on air. Engage with your community. Like, comment, and click the notification bell and never miss an update.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
We're at halftime, and we stand here in a neighborhood rivalry at 21-14. Dutch Fork in the lead, and you see the capacity crowd here. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin in the booth. And how did we get to 21-14? We have a moving picture show. Talk about it, Joe.
Game. There we go. Interception in the end zone by Irmo's Matthew Blocker. That sets up this touchdown run. A.J. Brand scampers up the middle 11 yards, 7-0 Yellow Jackets. But here comes Ethan Opping, the first of his 2 touchdown runs. He scampers in from 11 yards out. Tie game at 7. Here's a big play for Irmo, though. They go back over the middle. Tip pass caught, reeled in by Malik Miller. He goes 78 yards with the touchdown. Here comes a Dutch Fork forced turnover on defense, however. Jarvis Jackson forces it. Raleigh Salters picks it up. You see him rumbling right down the field. And that sets up a touchdown pass here. Bickley from 7 yards out for Dutch Fork. Boykin Bickley, the senior. And we went back and forth in that first half, Stacey. 21-14 is what it added up to. Dutch Fork with the lead.
In honoring our 10 years with Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week, we have 10 plays we've selected that kind of sums up how much fun we've had, all the excitement we've seen. Let's take a look at the 10 plays for the 10 years of Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Merchant went down in week 8 last year, missed the playoffs. Oh, they're going to come out wide open. What? They come out with a trickeration. Got him. Oh, that was a beautifully done. They caught Ridgeville sweep. And he's going to end zone to the end zone. Beautiful play out there. A nice trickeration. What a play call by some. 25-yard field goal. And blocked by Dutch Fork. Can they advance this? It's picked up. Here's a wall. If he can advance this, he's going to score. He's going to score. Scoop and score. Block. Touchdown, Dutch Fork. Rob Holiday celebrating Halloween early on a holiday. Block, kick, scoop and score.
Rock in the ball game. They'll look to throw it down the seam. Has a man. And it is caught! Touchdown! What a one-handed grab. Mitchell McGee. Good coverage on the play.
6:18 left in the half. That little pass has been successful. Oh, it's a hook and ladder. It's a hook and ladder for Westwood. That's going to be a touchdown possibly. Kicking himself into behind all the way down the field is Gilliam on the hook and ladder. They got him with the okie doke. 7:44 left to play in the first quarter. We got Pooch kick again, fielded at the 20. Bringing out to the, bring it through.
Go.
He got a little something going right here.
Might be goal.
Not a little something. Adonis McDaniel.
Might be goal.
If they don't get a penalty right here, it's going to be a foot race. Adonis McDaniel. Let's see their Sunday go to meet play. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Everybody playing back for River Bluff. Oh, it is deflected. And Antonio Williams cut. You know, he's going to score. Can you believe this? That's just an athlete being an athlete. That was a bad ball. Bounce to the hands of Williams. Touchdown, Antonio Williams. Touchdown, Dutch Fork.
You don't think this guy can play. But then he gets out there. Oh, my Lord. He whipped the kick. Look at this, folks. Look at, oh, no. Touchdown, Jesus. What in the world is going on? He whipped the kick. What was that? I have never, ever seen anything like this in my sports career.
Through to this side, one up top. Bracy gets hit immediately, but breaks the tackle. And he has some room. He has room on the sideline. It's one man to beat. He's been cutting back. Oh, my goodness. What fancy footwork. That is going to be a touchdown. Camden, touchdown, Contreras Bracy. What a play after getting hit at the point of catch. Valley's got some yardage to make up, but they have time. Smith, a lot of time in the pocket. He dropped that pass in there, and Smith hit the receiver, but that's quite a catch by the running back Ratcliffe. And that's a good throw by DeQuandre Smith. And that ball was on his helmet. He caught that ball in the back of his helmet.
Remember that? Yep, back when I used to call Camden on the radio. There you go.
Pick six. Pick him up, put him down. That was a green grass and opportunity for Great Collegiate. That was a touchdown strike of the band. Justin Hawley. What a play. Oh, that's an offside.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
What makes Watch Fox local first?
Watch Fox News is local first because we tell the stories of the people.
From moments of joy to people achieving their dreams.
Let me give some love to my girl Tessa Johnson, shooting those threes like they were water!
To moments of sorrow.
Everything that I own. Only thing I got left was the shoes and the jacket that I had on.
We have the privilege of telling your stories and also have the obligation of telling them correctly.
Tell them with grace.
And tell them with sensitivity.
It's not something that everyone gets the opportunity to do, and we take that responsibility seriously.
We put you first, which is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
Scan the QR code on your screen with your mobile device and download the Watch Fox News app to never miss a local first update. Sponsored by the Stanley Law Group, your injury law professionals.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Welcome back into look at that moon. That is a beautiful shot. A beautiful night for football here. Senior night in Irmo, South Carolina, Dutch Fork in particular. The Silver Foxes, two-time defending 5A champions, up 21-14 over the, not cross town, across the street. Across the street rivals. Go down to Amanda with our Coach's Corner conversation. Amanda.
Thank you, Stacy. Coach Knotts called A.J. Brand Superman in cleats. What more do you want to see from your quarterback in the second half?
I'd like for him to stay healthy and we not have to run him as much, so that means other people around him got to step up a little bit. So I look for us to step up a little bit more besides A.J. in the second half.
You and I talked about depth and the difference in depth between these two teams this week. How do you continue this in the second half, knowing you don't have as much depth?
Yeah, the way we do it is we just play hard through our lack of depth, and we, our off-season training and our training away from the football this far should get us to the end.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Brand. Thank you, Amanda, on our Lexington Medical Coach's Corner. As the only local independent hospital in the Midlands, Lexington Medical wants you to know they're here to care for you whenever you need them. Be well. From Lexington Medical Center, Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth. Amanda doing a fine job as always, and that's Tom Knotts, many-time, 8-3, 8 chips in South Carolina. Only 3 losses. Gaffney got him twice. Hillcrest 1 time. They're looking for 3 in a row here now. They'll be kicking off in the Will Luke Ray Opportunity School kickoff right to left on your screen, and it is returnable inside the 5. Irmo in all white with the black lids. That's Miller, the touchdown maker, spins out down to about the 18-yard line on Will Luke Ray Opportunity School kickoff, Joe.
That's good downfield coverage on the kick by Dutch Fork. They cover very well. And
look at our halftime stats. Joe, talk about it a little bit. What do you see, sir?
Well, you see a pretty even game in terms of how the rushing of the football right there, 118 each. Irmo threw for 98, Dutch Fork 140. 1 turnover. Well, there were actually a couple of turnovers there. There was a turnover by Dutch Fork.
First drive of the ball game.
Through the interception. But fairly even, kind of how this game is, just a 1-score game right now. Dutch Fork with the lead.
Yeah, it looks like the stats of a 21-14 game. Irmo trying to knot it up with the first possession of this second half. And glad to have you with us, folks. A lot of eyes on this ball game. We appreciate everyone tuning in and heard from a lot of folks out there and a lot of folks in this stadium, man. It is really packed out here. The stands on both sides, the walkways between the stands, everything is packed. That's a no gain or loss of 2 on that play. Number 97 on your screen, Joe, he's had a game. He's been showing up a lot here. Daniel Williams, the senior for Dutch Fork.
Sure has. And Coach Brand made a good point right there. You want to keep A.J. Brand healthy here. I mean, no matter how this turns out, they need contributions from some other guys in this second half. No matter how this turns out for Irmo, they're going to still almost certainly be the number 1 seed in the Division II 5A playoffs, and so you just want to make sure that he's upright in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely, got to get help, good help. Both teams trying to get out here with good help. They both believe they have a championship-type run. Brand's going to look right, and now he's directing traffic, going to swing sidearm to Miller. Miller, not the biggest guy in the world. He got tossed. Still picked up about a couple on that play, but and now after the penalty, there's a flag coming out, and it's going to be a personal foul. A lot of jawing after the play. Players have to be separated. Then a late flag came in, so I don't know how they heard who said what, but somebody's about to get a personal foul right here.
But he is.
Unsportsmanlike, one of those two, or the both.
Dutch Fork pointing towards Irmo there.
Yeah. There's an offensive lineman out there on the hash mark getting into it. They had to be separated. There's been a lot of conversations after the plays, which you expect in a heated rivalry. As I mentioned earlier in the game, this is that neighbor that you see, but you don't really hang out with them. You see them, they're over there, but.
The rivalry that started, I was going to call this on Dutch Fork. The rivalry started in 1996 when Dutch Fork came online as a school.
Yeah.
Stacy, 17-13, Irmo leads the series. Irmo won 16 of the first 18, but when Tom Knotts came along, Dutch Fork has won 11 of the last 12.
Shout out to our mutual friend Emerson Phillips. Emerson Phillips and I called the first game that Dutch Fork did beat Irmo. It was in 2004, October, I do believe, at Irmo. They beat them on a game. It was another ETV Sports back then. We were doing a game. And,
I remember the guys doing this game.
Yeah, man. And they Dutch Fork got them in our airways, and they went crazy. It was at Irmo's field, so it was a bitter pill to swallow for Irmo. But it's the series lead overall, as you mentioned, is Irmo. But Dutch Fork has been dominant since Tom Knotts arrived on the scene. That's A.J. Brand, who's looked spectacular in the first half. Number 1 on your screen, the Virginia Tech commit. He's going to look, he's just calm in that pocket. He thought about breaking the pocket. Now he does. Pulls it down and falls forward across the 45-yard line. That's going to be about a yard short of a first down.
Matter of fact, Stacey, interestingly enough, these teams met 3 times in the 2011 season. First game of the year, last game of the regular season, and then the first game of the playoffs. They saw each other back-to-back weeks. Dutch Fork won all 3 of those games.
And we did 2 of them. I think 2 of the regular season games were on TV here in the area. I think I was part of those calls. They didn't do the postseason game. But they used to see each other all the time. I mean, again, these kids, a lot of these kids go to middle school together. And then they have to make a decision.
Remember back in the day, teams would play each other twice.
Yeah.
One is kind of a non-region game.
Yeah.
And it made sense.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember Blythewood and Ridgely used to do that. The first game and the last game, split the gate. Both teams get a gate out of the deal.
Uh-oh.
And that's movement on the left side of Irmo's line. When you got second and a yard, this is what you don't want now. You're going to go backwards. And somebody liked to play a little too much. They couldn't wait to get started, it looks like. The referee's gotten to work out, though. He's got more camera time than Joe Cashin.
That is the 4th Irmo penalty tonight. False start.
Yeah, that was a start way ahead of his time. Coach Brand on the sideline, and again, just like Irmo came out of, Dutch Fork came out of the Irmo school. Coach Brand's coaching career, no matter how they feel about it, he came off he's part of the coaching tree of Tom Knox.
Yep.
As is, coach over at White Knoll. There are others. So now 2nd and 6. Donovan Murphy's been quiet here lately. They're going to give it to Amir White, left side. Room on the left side. He got hit right at the sticks, and he got blasted by Elgin Sessions, the West Virginia commit. He came up and laid the wood. Had a good pass defense on the play early in the game, but this time he comes up in the run support. Watch this.
Good run to the left side. Gets a good lead block out there by big number 77. We mentioned him, Stephen Hill, one time. Right, you see the hit right there. Boom. Big time hit by Sessions to come up, but it's still going to be an Irmo first down.
6 foot 178. He'll get more weight added there. He flies around, man. He's been a stalwart for this defense for some years now at Dutch Fork. So now it's going to be they have first down on this chain over there.
So it was just enough.
Columbia Police Department first down. I was wondering what the spot was going to become. I checked that second half is Cameron, their heating and cooling first down sponsor. They're going to try that left side again, and White has room. He's kicking out. White across the 40. Spun down just inside the 35-yard line. Good job on that left side of that offense again in the Cameron, their heating and cooling first down run.
Irmo finding success on the ground game right here. You see it once again, just a little kind of zone running play right there, and he's able to bounce it outside, pick up some good running room. Amir White right there, just a sophomore.
Josh Smith, the Gamecock commit, recent commit this week, 6'3", 228. Violently threw him down right there. Amir White, 5'10", 205, only a sophomore. He's not a little guy himself now, talented sophomore.
If you're Irmo, you like this drive right here, Stacy. You're grinding out first downs and you're running clock.
And in motion is Miller. White, the left side again. This time, green jerseys over there. Smith is one of them. Josh Smith was a Coastal commit and flipping to the Gamecocks this week. That's good SEC size for a linebacker, though. 6'3", 228.
Yep.
He'll fill out. You can go ahead and put 10 on that on the college training table. 7:30 left in the third quarter. This is all Irmo.
It's been a long time since we've seen that Dutch Fork offense out there. Irmo grinded out the last 3+ minutes of the first half, and they've had it almost 5 minutes here to start the second half.
Yeah, they're in no hurry now. They're chillaxing out here on offense in between plays, using all the play clock. Gifted time. They're going to trickeration. He wanted to throw it. That was Miller. He wanted to throw it, and it must have been covered. He pulled it down, and he's running now for his life. Look at the green jerseys around him. This 5, 6 green jerseys converged on him. He wanted to throw that back to Brand.
I was going to say, Stacy, that's exactly what he wanted to do. Took the ball, came to the right side. You saw him pull up and look back to the left. You'll see it right here. Watches the handoff. He comes to the left, looks back for Brand, and there's no chance right there.
Man,
Dutch Fork had that diagnosed
ready for it.
Very well. They were ready for any throw back to the quarterback, and so that left Malik Miller with not a lot of options right there. Just trying to make something happen. He picks up a yard.
Great job by the defensive staff of Dutch Fork. And give Malik Miller some football IQ, because some people, that's the play call. I'm going to throw it because it's called. Make a football IQ play and say, don't throw it even though it's called, because that's going to be a pick 6. That's what probably was going to happen there. 3rd and 9. Passing situation for A.J. Brand. It's going to be a penalty. And the play keeps going, so maybe it's offsides, but he's going to break the pocket. He has room. Now it's another penalty. It's going to be a hold either way. He's going to go out of bounds because there are 2 flags, and both of them may be on Irmo.
Yeah, this play's not going to stand up.
No.
Either someone lined up offsides or bad offensive formation. Certainly a holding call.
I think the holding is definitely on Irmo. Whether the offsides or not, it may be offsetting, but
I think both are on. Both are going to be Irmo.
Yeah, both of them may be on Irmo. So, yeah, I don't know if he needed that much help. He has some room on the left side, but the hold happened behind him. But now you go 3rd and 14 against this defense. That's not a good day at the office.
No, not a recipe for success.
No, sir.
Still waiting to see what we know one for sure more than well, we know one for sure is almost certainly going to be a holding call. It's that first one.
Yeah, they're adjudicating this one right here to check out the malfeasance, Joe.
Yeah, it's a false start. That's declined. They'll take the holding call. Oh, it's a personal foul. Look at that.
Wow, that's the big joker there. Yeah. That's the big one.
Face mask, offensive face mask there. Not a hold, but
that's the Motown 25 moonwalk right there. That's the long
question. Yep.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if you think about 2 downs to get half of it back and go for it because you got out of field goal range, but not a good place to be with this dominant defense. I don't want to say front 7. All 11 for Dutch Fork have been flying to the ball all season, and only 31 points given up prior to this game.
3rd and 24 is not where you want to be.
No, sir. So do you trying to get 15 back here? Donovan Murphy again. Maybe get him untracked, but a couple times this game. Number 6. Brand's going to throw it out. It's a bubble screen. It was. It was dropped. It's not a fumble. It was dropped.
Forward pass.
And that might have been Murph right there. Yeah, I talked him up. They were trying to go to Murph right there, and he may have had a little room. I don't know if he had 24 yards worth of room, but
no.
Is this our first part of the game?
This is it, Stacey. We talked about the punters were on the milk cartons in the first half. Have you seen me lately? But no, we hadn't seen any punters lately. But this is the first punt of the night by either team.
Man, and guess who the punter is? A.J. Brand.
Is there something that he can't do?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm about to say, this kid is, and on top of that, I just a nice kid. I mean, a lot of these kids, some of these kids are just great kids. You know what I'm saying? You've been around them, they're just really, Coach Brand's done a great job. He and his wife, his family done a great job with A.J. He's just a solid young man, and he's gonna do a little rugby style right here, and he wants that bounce, and he got the bounce, but it's gonna go too far. He had put a little too much on it. He wanted to pin him inside the 10. It'll be Dutch Fork ball when we return, having all the fun here in Irmo, South Cac on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for a cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Welcome back inside the party, known far and wide as the Sonic FNR High School Football Game of the Week. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Amanda Poole here with you. 21-14 your score. 5:39 left in the third quarter. And coming up in the fourth quarter, we will announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. Shout out to Holly Atkins over there, awesome lady, and my good friend and fraternity brother, Joe Weidman, who's done some games with us over the years, did one with us this year. Matter of fact, was it the Sumter game? He did one of the games with us this year. And Amanda did that game with me, actually. So Joe Weidman did one of the games with us here, the Fairfield Central game. But Joe Weidman, outstanding worker over there with a partner with Atkins Law Firm. We can't wait to see who the player this game is going to be, Joe. So many have stood out already.
Joe Weidman, a former outstanding player up at Presbyterian.
Absolutely. Won a championship at Belton Honeypath before that. A gain of nothing for Dutch Fork, and that's Maurice Anderson, who rarely gets stopped for no gain. He's a physical kid, and that's going to put Ethan off in a little bit of a. What did they give him? Did they give him 2 on that?
They gave him 2.
Well, again, he keeps it going. Then he doesn't really lose yards, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Offing has been a little up and down with the arm, with the aim tonight. So we'll see if he can get one converted here. And that's again, threw it behind K.J. Smith. They just haven't been able to get it clicking. Smith is dynamic on those short passing plays. We saw him with one in the red zone earlier, but that was just behind him. And it's going to be
there's a penalty back behind.
Both teams have gotten a little sloppy with the. Yeah, the first quarter was kind of crisp, but after that, both teams got a little sloppy with the holding, Joe.
Yes.
And you know how you and I both feel about the penalties, the flagapaloozas. But we've had some games that, there really were, the flags were flying like, 15 flags over Columbia. But this one so far has not been bad. But if you coach Tom Knotts, it's too many for you. And if you Aaron Brand, it's too many for you. So that's declined with 5:01 left to play in the third. And, momentum, I think, is in the balance right now.
Neither team seemingly has control of this game right now, Stacy. It's up for grabs.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 8. This could go a long way for Irmo. You want to get off the field, but Dutch Fork has been so good on 3rd down, running and throwing in this game. And we have some more referee conversation. The other one was a deacon board meeting. This might be the usher board right here. Robert's Rules of Order. They're talking it over. Is the ball in the wrong place? Is it the clock? It was the clock, the issue a lot in the first half, and they're calling offsides. Did you see a flag drop, though?
I did not, but if you're Irmo, you just can't do that. You just declined a penalty. It would have been 2nd and long behind the chains, and then you commit one yourself, and now it's 3rd and extremely manageable for Dutch Fork.
Instead of 3rd and 8, 3rd and 3, and when number 30 is back there in the backfield, they even handed it to him right here. Usually good for 3, and there's going to be another.
Oh goodness!
They did it again. Are they lining up offsides? It's the exact same thing that just happened. If you coach Brand, he may be bald-headed. I don't know if he has hair. He'll pull it out right here. It's the exact same thing that just happened, Joe. Offsides again. They got to be lining up offsides. I'm not seeing anyone move.
I'm not either.
That's just because Coach Brand. That's the look. That's the look of extreme frustration.
That's a look of disdain.
That's a look of what. Look at here. Would you look at here? Would you look at here? And they gave him a first down. That was a gimme, a free 10 yards when it was 3rd and 8. And Anderson is dangerous in that running through traffic. He gets behind those pads and always pushes the pile. He gets about 5 on first down right there.
If you're Dutch Fork, you're content to chew some clock. You're up by 7.
Yeah.
Approaching the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. You're content if you're Tom Knotts to, you pick up 5 yards on first down. You're perfectly content with that.
And I think the nature of the game, the emotions, the intensity, I think because of that, here comes a shock play right here. I think you're going to see the intensity ratchet up right here a little bit. I don't think they're going to be content. They want to make a statement in this game. And Offing off the right side, he's had success. 2 touchdown runs on the left side, Joe. And this one, he gets about 4, but he's going to be short of that first down. But I got a feeling you're going to see them go up to Bickley again at some point here. They've had Brandon Bickley running open a lot this ball game.
They have.
Yeah. So we'll see if they go back and revisit that.
Got him for a 7-yard touchdown pass in the first half on the fade.
Yeah, another one that was caught for. Another one that was, he was face guarded a little bit, and then a couple other ones they just misconnected. But he's been running free. There, he's on the left side, solo over here on the near sideline, right at the 40-yard line. It is 3rd and 2. They'll probably go Anderson here, but at some point, they're going back up top. It is going to be Anderson on the right side, and he easily gets the first down, upended, but needed 2, got about 4. Big Josh Benson over the other side over there, number 74. He's a kid that's going to play on Saturdays. That's a Cameron Heating and Cooling first down for Dutch Fork. Cameron Heating and Cooling, keeping you comfortable in your home since 1956. That's even before I was born, Joe. Way back before the turn of the century. Way back when Fonzie.
Fonzie
and those folks.
Potsy.
Ralph
Mouth.
Richie Cunningham. You know, Joni. Chachi. We on and on. You know.
Cunningham.
All that. 3:03 left in the third. Tight end in motion again. And they're going to this time, referee stepped in. They got a timeout. Coach Tom Knotts wasn't happy with something. And we're going to step away with them and took a pause for the cause. Right at 2:59 left in the third quarter. It's the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Live from Irmo. Dutch Fork, Irmo going at it.
glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do. I like being in charge of others. My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
Welcome back inside Sonic Friday Night Rival High School Football Game of the Week. Joy Law Firm brings you our Smile Cam. Sounds of the game with our Joy Law Firm Smile Cam. Just called Joy. Look at the youngsters out there enjoying a festive, beautiful weather on a Friday night. No school tomorrow, a lot to celebrate. And if you're Dutch Fork, you have 7 more reasons to celebrate than does Irmo, leading by touchdown and driving with the ball on the 45-yard line. We're set to play. And they'll snap it here with 2:59 left to play in the third quarter. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin high up in the booth here. And Amanda Poole on the sidelines. It's going to be Ethan Offman with that same run around the right side again and just fighting for yards. And he gets about 4. They just kind of playing it close to, they're just kind of off tackle right now.
Both teams, Stacy. I mean, this has been like the tale of 2 ball games. The first half, a lot of big plays, right? Turnovers, touchdowns, and whatnot. This third quarter, 1 possession by Irmo, ended finally in a punt. And now Dutch Fork, their first possession. 2.5 minutes left to go, and they're just kind of 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, kind of grinding it out, both teams.
And that's why I keep thinking something electric's going to happen. This place is packed. The fans, they want something to cheer for, but both these teams, again, are going to be top seeds in the playoffs next week either way. So offing off the right side. Here's the excitement across the 30, across the 20, and knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Ethan Offing, they found a soft spot on that right side, and he popped one.
You called it, Stacy. You figured that something was coming soon, and
there it is.
You thought correctly. Watch this. It's just a simple quarterback take right here. He's just going to take it, get some good blocking point of attack, and there he goes. He's off to the races. Offing. We're ready to see what was in the offing from Dutch Fork.
I love it.
And he rambles all the way down into the red zone to the 18-yard line.
Absolutely. Jim Hudson red zone to be exact. It's at the 18-yard line. Jim Hudson, our red zone sponsor. Jim Hudson experienced it once, and you'll never forget. And also a Cameron Heating and Cooling first down. That was a big play to wake folks up in here. And now, if you're Dutch Fork, you're trying to extend this lead and double up Irmo. That's KJ Smith, and he has nowhere to go. Good job, Irmo, up front, getting white jerseys and black helmets to the ball. So, again, I think, if you mentioned earlier, if you're Irmo, you got to find a way to keep points off the board here and mount a drive yourself, because you looking at how when you get the ball back, you got a quarter left to play in this ball game. You don't want to be down 28-14.
No, you don't. 2 scores down on the road at Dutch Fork is not where you want to be, but still in the ball game. But really critical to keep Dutch Fork out of the end zone here if you're Irmo.
Anderson out to the left. They're going to throw it to him this time. He's been out there open, and he dropped it. He had 3 white jerseys conversion on him, but I'm sure that he doesn't mind the physical contact, but he was excited and did that thing that receivers do, Joe. He took his eyes off the ball and looked upfield, and incompletion. That play's been there, though.
It has been there. There's no doubt about that. We mentioned that in the first half as Anderson would just kind of swing out of the backfield. Yeah. He got him out there on that little swing pass, what you called it. I mean, he was kind of looking upfield first to see what was coming his way and just didn't reel in the football.
Looking to the sidelines for the next play here. It is actually 3rd and 10. Don't see that a lot. They hadn't seen a lot of 3rd and 10s in this ball game.
This is a huge, massive play for Irmo. Got to get them stopped short of the chains.
Last time they had him like this, I think Offing ran for one in the same spot for 10 yards, and he's going to throw it this time. Short pass to KJ, and he got hit hard over there. That's number 4 with that tackle. Let's give some love to that man. That might be Kyle Mitchell. KJ Smith with the reception. It's going to be 4th down, Joe.
That's who it is. That kind of go back to the same play. Just a little swing pass out to the left. A little better blocking over there. Not quite a first down, but he picked up about 7. Just 4th down. And
are they bringing in Welch?
They are. Looks like they're going to try about a 29-yard field goal.
He holds the state record for most extra points. Most points with 236 and most extra points. And now he has a school record for the longest field goal. So he's pretty dependable. This is a chip shot for him. Welch. The snap was a little shaky, and he goes up, hands to the sky, and the lead goes to 10. Kicked by Welch, number 1 on your screen right there. And Justin Welch, the senior, who's also a scholar athlete for Dutch Fork. Let's go down to the sidelines. Speaking of Welch, for Miss Amanda Poole. Talk about it, Amanda. What's going on?
Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, you guys have already said so many great things about Justin Welch, the senior kicker. It's 3rd year playing football. He's 44 for 45 in PATs. His longest this season was a 50-yard field goal. He had 3 game winners this past year that really built his confidence. He's cool as ice, I've been told by coaches, and he takes after Dutch Fork's former kicker, Tyler Bass, who now kicks for the Buffalo Bills.
Absolutely. Tyler Bass does great. Every time I see him on the NFL games, I'm like, I called his games back in the day. That's a Dutch Fork kid. And so all that being said, what we just said was Welch is great. Joe, come on now. Great. Welch is great.
Yeah.
That was a juicy.
That was
a juicy pun there. That was so bad. My God, that was end of the season, man. It's time to go. I ain't going to be saying man off the stage. Will LeGray opportunity school kickoff coming up. Will LeGray has been doing that thing for 100 years, folks. So it's a great thing, helping students build a better future for 100 years. Will LeGray, that's Dutch Fork kicking off right to left. It's going to be a touchback. Irmo will take over with A.J. The exciting, the electrifying A.J. Brand, junior, the Virginia Tech commit.
68-yard drive that time by Dutch Fork, 11 plays and 4:55 time of possession. So they melted about 5 minutes off the clock and a 29-yard field goal by Welch. And now, first time anybody's had a 2-score lead in this game.
Shout out to people out here tuning in, man. This is exciting, man. One of my church members, Miss Gerald Mackey's tuning in. Miss Gerald Lillian Mackey's tuning in. She sat right behind me in church for many years. Appreciate her. And Avion Smith, former quarterback at White Knoll, played up at Miami of Ohio. I think he's transferred and went to the portal, but he's out there tuning in now. I've heard from so many people, man. My Chesterfield people, I shouted out. It's great to have so many people tuning in, and we thank Sonic for what they do. And a game like this kind of, encapsulate what the 10 years has been about, man. It's a great environment. The crowd is here. Folks are tuning in on all the different ways to watch, and we're highlighting these young student athletes. I love it. They're going to fake the pitch to the man in motion, which is Miller. Brand, he needs a block. Did not get it. If he did, it was a hold. A flag goes down, but Brand was trying to get on the edge, and he might have too good a block. That was a flag thrown down right at the 30-yard line, and you see him running it a lot here. He's been a lot of the offense, Joe. There's a block in the back.
See, he's frustrated. Block in the back there, and that wipes out
another
first down run.
Yeah. He just glides, man.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we saw this the last time he had the ball. Going backwards is not what you need with Dutch Fork because their defense is offensive. Their defense can push you back by itself, but they penetrate so well across the line of scrimmage. You don't need to help them with the penalties and the unforced errors. So now with 35 seconds, the clock is back rolling again. Now this next snap may be the last snap. If they snap it, yeah, they will have to snap it. The last play of the third quarter coming up right here. Dutch Fork holds a 10-point lead. Irmo's in no real hurry. They're going to snap it this time, run this play, and they'll flip the field. Brand has 3 men in out wide, and he's going to try to run it up the middle, and just not a lot happening right there. And thrown down violently at the end of that run that time. That's going to end the quarter. That was 91 Michael Steed with a physical tackled right there. And we'll head to four. Put four fingers in the air. We'll come back for the fourth and final chapter of this outstanding matchup in Irmo, South Carolina after this.
Ready for an unforgettable day at the races? Enter the Colonial Cup Sweepstakes for your chance to win 2 general admission tickets and an infield parking pass to the spectacular event in Camden, South Carolina. Experience the thrill of this premier equestrian event where tradition meets excitement. Watch the finest thoroughbreds compete for glory and enjoy a day filled with entertainment, food, and fun. Only 10 lucky viewers will win. Don't miss out. Scan the QR code now to enter for your chance to win. The Colonial Cup awaits. Will you be there?
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
The responsibility of being an officer at the Columbia Police Department extends beyond protecting the capital of South Carolina. Wearing the uniform also means having a heart for service, possessing compassion and empathy in service to citizens. Columbia is a place for you to live, work, and play. A place for growth that extends beyond the patrol car. The new headquarters is expanding for a bright future in the life of the department. You could be a part of CPD's success.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6 or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Welcome back inside the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week, live from Irmo, South Carolina. Generally speaking, to be specific, we're on the campus of Dutch Fork High School. They have a 10-point lead, 24-14 over Irmo, and that man there, A.J. Brand, Superman in cleats. That's what Tom Knotts called him, but, he's in a great mood. He's up. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin in the booth, Amanda Poole on the sideline. Joe, if you're Irmo right now, what are you looking for? What are you looking to do? What do you need here in this last 12 minutes?
You want to get out of here, Stacey, number one, with A.J. Brand being healthy. You're still very much in the ballgame, but this is a big play here, 3rd and 9.
And he and Donovan Murph miscommunicated. They've been a good tandem for the last couple of years, but Murph looks like he kind of stopped on the route and Brand threw it in front of him.
He had him, too.
Yeah, he was open. I think the miscommunication was going to sit down there or keep running through that zone, and I think they misfired there. Brand runs over to the sideline to get the play. So 3rd and 9, I think you're going to see them trying to get it to Murph the rest of this ball game, and that's another good standout defender there for Dutch Fork. Julian Walker, he's had himself a game, 6'6", 244. He's getting some love for the next level, as you would expect, sir. That's a rangy kid right there.
It's nice size.
Yeah, I was told that he's actually the best defensive lineman on the team. And guess what? He's only a junior, I do believe. Yeah, he'll be back. Brand has time. Walker, we just talked about him. Walker was threatening, and he's going to stop. Could not get enough on it. He threw it. That ball came out of his hand wrong, trying to get to Merv, and it just came out and went straight to the ground. And Brand have to stay in the punt now. That was he had time, Joe.
He did. Give credit to the aforementioned, who you just mentioned, Julian Walker.
Yeah, he was threatening.
Got some pressure.
Yeah.
He's just not able to get enough on that football. Even if it's caught, it would have been short of a first down.
Absolutely. Yeah, by the time Walker disrupted that.
He did.
So whatever the original play call was, it wasn't happening. When I say that Brand had time, he wasn't threatened necessarily, but his line of vision was thrown off by the 6'6" Walker, and he took the offensive lineman right into the pocket of A.J. Brand, which definitely made him flushed him out of the pocket. So he'll punt from about his 10-yard line, and you're going to ask the defense one more time to stop a very physical and potent Dutch Fork offense, and he does a little rugby kick again, and Westbrook, dangerous catch, to be hit around the 40-yard line, and that's where Dutch Fork and Ethan Offing, the Clemson baseball commit, will take over. Let's talk to Amanda a little bit about Dutch Fork's defense. Amanda, what do you have?
Stacey, yeah, so much star power on display tonight. This matchup featuring over a dozen future D1 football players, and it's highlighted obviously by Irmo's quarterback A.J. Brandon, receiver Donovan Murph, and then Dutch Fork linebacker Josh Smith and defensive back Elgin Sessions. Now, Murph has been Brand's top target this season, but Sessions, a West Virginia commit, drew the assignment of covering Murph tonight. And it's the second time Sessions has covered a high-profile receiver this year. He held Ridgeview's wide receiver and Gamecock commit Jordan Gidron to just 2 catches for 34 yards.
Well said, Amanda. Good report. Yeah, Sessions runs from no smoke. And that's a pass that time to Bickley. They finally connected. That was maybe a little bit behind him, but Bickley was running free behind the linebackers there. It's going to be a gain of about 7 for Dutch Fork. Now, you talked to the Ridgeview folks, they said that Gidron, that's the game he was injured. He missed the next 3 weeks with a scope knee, I think, but they said he may not have been well that game. That's what I mean, I don't know. I wasn't at that game, but that was a high-powerful matchup, and Sessions seems to have risen each time he's seen one of these P4 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So this kid.
You're right, Bick. That pass was behind Bickley. They made a nice adjustment on it, though.
Yeah, Morgan Bickley, again, the kid has been around the program for a few years. Anderson running through the traffic. Oh, they're still kicking out. Young man, you cannot arm tackle that fellow. Young man really runs well through contact, Joe, and he thought the play was shut down 4 yards in, and he just burst out of the pack. 5'10", 204. Take a look.
He's so impressive. Watch this. Let's see where he gets first contact. Right there, right? After maybe a 2-yard gain, he's able to shed guys left and right. He's just taking guys with him.
He got charged
all the way to the 41.
Yeah,
Great run.
He's got to charge rideshare fees. And the left hand is cast. There's a cast on that left hand. If you look at it up close, that left hand there's a little cast around the thumb and wrist there. But he's been physical. I mean, again, we saw him sophomore year, and I was like, this kid's got a chance to be a really impact player at Dutch Fork. And again, these seniors are going for their 3rd straight championship. Those going across as a sophomore. That's that tradition. Offing deep over the middle. That was the Boykin. You know what? They're not going to flag it. He did get tugged, but that pass is well overthrown. If that pass is closer to him, he draws that PI because they did tug his jersey. Offing that baseball standout I mentioned is committed to Clemson. He has an arm now.
They took a shot right there. Tom Knox from the plus 41 says, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's try to put this game away. Go ahead and take a shot. Came up empty, but it was good coverage by Irmo down the field, even if there was maybe a little of a touch of the jersey right there. No call.
He was just making sure it fit. He was just checking it for size.
Exactly.
You know. But yeah, you know, Tom Knox and his staff, and you've seen them in championship games, we've seen them in regular season games, they don't really change their play calling due to score. The score doesn't really affect the way they dial up the plays, and often drop back and has young man KJ Smith over there again, the senior, a little underneath route right there, and he's knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. It'll be 2nd down and long. I'll check that 3rd and make it about 6. So, you know.
This is must-stop time. Irmo cannot let them in the end zone. Got to get a stop here if you're the Yellow Jackets. Still a lot of time. You're very much in this ball game, but stop time if you're Aaron Brand and his defense.
Yeah, there's a late great Yogi Berra once said it gets late early around here. Let's get late early. Dutch Fork is stingy. You don't want to. You can't, falling down. Really 10 down. That's a big mountain to climb. They score here. It's going to make it almost impossible. And he had it blown up. He led him to slaughter almost that time. He got blown up. Anderson did by Kyle Mitchell, and that could have been also a pick 6. And Anderson's still down.
I'm sorry, Stacey. I didn't mean to have a sound effect while you were
watching,
but you could see that coming. Man. Well, you could just see it coming. You got the high lob pass to your running back out there and the defender. That's a good, clean football hit right there, right to the midsection.
Man.
Break up the pass.
And that's we talk about how tough that kid is, Anderson. And Kyle Mitchell, that's the second hit that I can recall that he just absolutely laid the wood. And I think he likes to hit. But I'll tell you what, that ball was available, too.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought pick 6.
There was a lot of air under that football, and I'm thinking we're about to see a pick 6 right there.
Yeah, Coach Knox has asked a question. Listen, he has questions. Somebody says he wants some explaining, some elocution. There's some elocution on what exactly transpired here. That Mohawk. He went to that Mohawk I mentioned, I said, about 2 seasons ago. And he rocks it now. We did a basketball game last year before that. He rocks it through basketball season, too. Now, it's not a football thing. He just got to – that's just him now. He rocks that Mohawk.
I hope Anderson only had the wind knocked out of him. I hope that's not a serious thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's getting up. He's getting up now. That's what it is.
They're going to need him in a couple of weeks in the 5A Division One playoff start. That's good to see him walk off under his own power.
Gets a hand, good hand from the crowd. And he could have got cut in half on that one. Oh, he's rocking the headgear there. He's got to tilt it to the side. A little gangster lean. I know he took a big hit that time, but he's still the headgear. Looking stylish. Now he's going to be out now. We're going to see who they bring in behind him. This team always has depth. And it is 4th down, so.
Keep an eye to see if Anderson's going to the trading tables.
Their first punt of the game. And
it is their first punt, yep.
Their quarterback is their punter as well. Ethan Offen is the punter for Dutch Fork, just like A.J. Brand is for Irmo. And he has a chance to pin him inside the 10, the punt returner. And they're going to do a rugby kick, and the returner's at the 10, so it'll go out of bounds well before that. So that's not going to be a good gain of yards there. So they'll probably get a decent field position if you're Irmo, and that's where they'll take over. 9:51 left to settle the score. The neighborhood rivalry in Irmo, Dutch Fork Irmo. Come on back.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds, and they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do. I like being in charge of others. My confidence really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save on any occasion with the Fun 99 menu. Grab 3 of your favorite entrees for under $6, or choose a dinner for 2 for under $10. Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Right back at it again. 9:51 to settle it. 24-7 Dutch Fork over Irmo in a region championship game, by the way. One team will go big 5A, one will go little 5A in the playoffs. And I want to tell you, coming up later in this 4th quarter, we'll announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. Atkins Law Firm. Shout out to them for all they do with high school sports and all of our sponsors. Look at that crowd, man. It smells like Teen Spirit. Here we are now. Entertain us. They came out in droves, the citizens of Irmo. Tom Knott said it at halftime. Looks like all of Irmo is out here. It's a great vibe.
It's a good testament for those who sometimes think that TV and radio keep crowds down. No, they don't. People will come to watch good football.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
Teams.
That's nonsense. Absolutely.
It is.
You can do both. You can have both.
Yep.
Brand with a little reverse handoff that time to Miller. Miller got hit, but he's a small guy, but he runs real tough now. He got more out of that than they should have. Going to be second and about 5, I'll call it.
It's Miller time right
now. Watch out now. Watch yourself. When it's time to relax.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial? That's back in
I do remember those commercials.
Yeah, I'll stop right there.
Yeah, that's a good run. Good tough run right there by Miller as he's able to pick up about 6 on his own. And Irmo, clock kind of starting to run against him a little bit. Still plenty of time, but they're 2 scores down.
2 scores down, yeah. And they can strike suddenly, but again, they have had problems having time and for the route development of Donovan Murph, who was an outstanding receiver. The great catch he had, the ball got jarred loose before he hit the ground, so they haven't connected with him deep since that play. A.J. Brand, the physical kid, he got hit. Boy, he got thumped. He's refusing to go down, but he got popped right as he got to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd, and that might have been Riley Salters right there, 50. He's another kid that's been around the program for a minute.
I'm also going to give some credit there to Carl Fulmer, senior defensive lineman. He was in there to kind of clog that hole and close that gap. Nothing there for Brand.
Absolutely. 3rd down and call it 4. Amir White hasn't touched it in a minute.
He hadn't. That's a good point, Stacy. We haven't seen 28 in a while.
And he has had success on his left side. But one thing about Dutch Fork, the reason they gave up 31 points all season coming into here, they make adjustments. So you got to kind of stay ahead. You got to break your own tendencies sometimes. That might be what they did for Irmo to go away from that. But Brand cocks back and throws. And it was a Did he catch that? I thought he did. Donovan Murph. That's a back shoulder. That's a big time play. That's a two future college players right there making a big time play.
That wasn't bad coverage either.
No.
That's a great adjustment by Murph to see the football and reel it in on the boundary across the way. Watch his pitch and catch right here. Brand has time, just takes the ball, zings it out there, and able to get that out there to Murph, who gets that shoulder down, stays in bounds.
Yeah, it's a great throw. Great game. You mentioned Murph. Just at Carolina Saturday for the Texas A&M game on a visit. The second time over there. Amir White doesn't go down, but got nothing on that. Dutch Fork has been so. In certain plays, you see the dominance. They just blow up the line of scrimmage. That was one such play, but I didn't give love to Cameron Heating and Cooling on that prior play. The first down catch. Cameron Heating and Cooling, second half first down sponsor. Balls across midfield, but he lost 2 on that last play. You mentioned, Joe, 7 minutes. You don't get with so many possessions, so Irmo, you need something here.
Yeah, it's counting possessions time now.
Yeah, like the Denzel Washington meme. You got to leave it with something on this particular drive. Fake the White and roll right. Good job, Dutch Fork, balling up that right side. He wanted to run it, and nothing was there, but this is A.J. Brand, folks. A.J. Brand still dragging, folks. And he's going to be very close to a first down. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short. He made something out of nothing. But you see the defense ready for that right side of the offense.
Julian Walker set the edge. I mean, he was the one who made that play to force that back inside for A.J. Brand. Amazing that Brand picks up 9 yards. That shouldn't have gotten them anything. But Walker was able to get out there and force the action back where his help was. But Brand is, that's why that young was a next-level football player.
Next level. He'll play on Saturdays easily. And, folks, he's committed to Tech, but there's some other big schools that still are recruiting him. I know for a fact. They're not giving up just yet. Murph in motion. Donovan Murph, the spectacular receiver. They're going to looking for Murph, and he takes his eyes off Murph and pulls it. Miller had it and had it knocked away. Elgin Sessions, the Shrine Bowl of the West Virginia commit. That was a good throw and catch, and Sessions says, nah, that's okay. I'm going to take care of this. It's over.
It's a PBU. You watch it right here, crossing route. He's got him. And the ball's right on target, but you called it. Stacy, Elgin Sessions just reaches in there, strips the ball away, forces the incomplete. And
speaking of big-time players that's going to play on the next level, West Virginia's getting a good one.
This might be the play of the game here for Irmo. They have got to convert on 4th down and short.
And you wonder to keep the ball in the hands of number 1.
I would.
Yeah, I would too. And you got to play a spy on him right now if you're Coach Fogle. If he rolls out at all, you got to keep somebody close to that line of scrimmage. They're not even going to play with it. He's just going to put his head down and just spin down. And the ball came out. That ball is out. Dutch Fork has that football. Fumble discovered by Malachi Smith.
They're calling him down.
And they're going to call it back. I wanted it, Joe. I wanted to call on that. I wanted that. The crowd was about to erupt. The people below us were going to shake this. They were going to shake this stadium.
I was getting out of your way, Stacey, but I saw the official back here pointing to the ground, saying he was down.
Yeah, I didn't say it. I was looking at the roster, making sure I had the right one. And Malachi Smith to get all this love, had the right name.
That might have been a top 10 of the year highlight play right there if it stands, but they're going to call A.J. Brand down. Let's see it right here.
Backside might have been, yes, barely. It was moving, all right?
Ooh, that ball was squirting loose, Stacey, as he was going down. That may have been an Irmo break.
Yeah, I think it was bang, bang. They might have got away with a one on that one. So I'll say Cameron Heating and Cooling first down for Irmo, and 5:35 on the clock. The time is of the essence. We called it, though. Brand kept it in his hands, and White's going to run this one over the left side, and not a lot happening. They're not in any super hurry right now.
They really aren't, Stacey. Not a big sense of urgency going on right now as the clock continues to melt away. They're 10 down, approaching 5 minutes to go, and
unless they have an awesome, super dope onside kick game. Onside kick might be, it might be something that's really something to behold.
This game is going to be over real
soon. Yeah. Coach Brand, but again, but at the same time, I get it, though. You got to make sure you get the one touchdown first. Trying to get the one touchdown and get nothing is definitely over. So they want to make sure they're going to get movement here before the snap. That's what you can't do. Oh, everybody's pointing. So it may be on Irmo, Joe. Yep, it's going to be on Irmo. They're going to move him back five paces.
And a false start.
Yeah, my guy has gotten all the camera time right there, though. He's got an agent. Coach Brand, really, his pressure really hasn't changed all night. It's been one of kind of like, are you kidding me? But, we talked to him a little bit before the game. I talked to him earlier this week as well. He feels like his team is ready to make a playoff run. They want this rivalry game, but they definitely want to stay healthy. He dressed 32 tonight. Brand may pitch it. He does. And there's not a lot happening, but strong run at the end of that. There's 19. I don't think 19 has touched it tonight for them, and that's Anton Jones Jr., a senior.
They had a little option action going to the wide side of the field, and they're able to pick up some good yards there.
And just no hurry. I mean, they're actually huddling. They huddled up that time, which you rarely see in high school football these days. So Brand has Amir White to his right. 3 in the formation out wide. And he had a man out wide that time, and Brand went to the middle, and that may be a first down. I think they're going to give him the first down. That is a Cameron Heating and Cooling first down right outside of the red zone. So, again, they're trying to – now the clock stops to move the chains, but that's the only time.
If you're Tom Knotts, you're fine with this. You're just standing there going, you know what? That clock is on my side right now, and they can take as much time as they want.
And if, even if Irmo scores, if they don't execute an extra onside kick, they will not touch the ball again. Next time they touch the ball, it'll be a practice next week. But there's no hurry. And again, I get being methodical. We get it. Let's see if they go to Murph right here. The last time I said it, they did go to him, but let's see if they try to get the top off right now. Elgin Sessions is watching him. They're going to look the other side. But Brand, he goes to the other. Was his arm intercepted? Was his arm hit? That was a pass that went straight into Raleigh Salters' arms. That's 2 turnovers for Raleigh Salters. Had a fumble recovery and an interception. Now that ball was thrown right into the stomach of Raleigh Salters, and they're celebrating in Dutch Fort.
I tell you, Raleigh Salters does a great job of knowing where the football is. Here's Brand back in the pocket. He gets some pressure late, and he has an offensive lineman driven right into him, which took all the steam off the ball. But Salters is right there in the passing lane, played it perfectly, and that may be the nail in Irmo's coffin right there, the last of their last stand. Only 3:11 left in this game, and
Salters is a junior linebacker, also outstanding baseball player coming up. I mentioned that, and that's just he's had a big game.
He could be our player of the game, honestly. I mean, there's
Now, I want to see what that defensive lineman was that walked the offensive lineman into Brand as he threw the ball. That was a physical. It might have been Walker. And we got a penalty in the backfield.
There's Anderson back in the game, too.
Yes.
Good to see.
Yeah, great to see that kid. Maurice Anderson, young man who's came into the game with 15 touchdowns. He has a nose for the end zone. But tonight they went with Ethan Offing. 2 of their 3 touchdowns was, the third one was Bickley. So
Bickley,
2 of them was Offing, and the third one was Bickley. And this
Tom Knotts, you're like, you can't get a penalty right here.
Yeah.
Because Irmo still has all 3 timeouts in the pocket, and you know that Aaron Brand is going to use them to try to get the ball back. That's what he's going to have to do. It's his only chance now, down 10.
Yeah, this game's probably a little lower scoring than some folks thought, but
a little lower scoring than I kind of thought, to be honest with you.
Coach Knott still coaching him up hard right there. He's, there's Jessica Pasternak in the background, right beside Coach Knott.
She's there getting the shot.
Jessica on the spot. She's outstanding.
We got a great crew, Steve.
Absolutely.
It's such a blessing to work with.
It is.
Tremendous crew that we have here.
It is. I'm going to give them some love in a moment, too. And that's just a nice tackle on defense for Irmo right there. Yeah. So we'll see how they're not calling in timeouts either. I was wondering if I was going to work with the timeouts. I don't think Irmo's called a timeout yet. So they're making an announcement. Nobody understands on the field, so they're making out the post-game announcements. Next stoppage in play, we get some love to our crew.
You see a mass of bodies headed for that parking lot right behind us, Stacy.
And I'm okay with that because of the traffic. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. We got to get out of here. But Anderson's still running hard. I tell you who's not going to stop playing hard. You better get Anderson on the ground or he's going to change the scoreboard. 31-14 looks a lot worse than 24-14. And Maurice Anderson's not going to go down without a fight.
That's a crushing first down if you're
got
him behind the chains. And I think Aaron Brand wanted to see he could get a stop on that second down play and then start using timeouts. But I don't think he's going to use them, Stacy. I think he's content to get out of here like it is.
Yeah, and speaking of outstanding crew, and tonight and all year, and most of these folks for 10 years, shout out to the 10-year technical director Mike Weinmiller, manager producer Kevin Passionate, K-Paz, my guy. EIC's Tim Brusky, audio mixer Sean Rowland. And there's a big run right there. I tell you, you better take it seriously. Anderson's not playing games with you out there. Audio mixer Sean Rowland. Video is Brittany Frierson. Camera Jordan Howell. Also Taylor Shirley, Tiffany Joyner, Trace Whitley, Jessica Patterson, I just mentioned, all on camera. Lead replay is Kendall Bishop. Graphics is Autumn Sherrill. Our bug box operator, Brittany Frierson. Talent stats, Mike Dean. Thank you, Mike Dean, for all you've done this season. We really needed those stats. We appreciate it. Stage manager, Alex Johnson. And TOC, Taylor Bone. Where's my man, Adam Babington? He's not there tonight. Adam Babington's been with us most season 2. That's my guy, though. Adam Babington is my dude. All of them are my dudes. All of them great people. Mike Weinmiller is a Cleveland Cavs fan representing Cleveland. We've been undefeated in the NBA. I'm telling them that won't last much longer, but my Yankees did knock his Indians back out of the Major League Baseball playoffs. So. Oh, my God. They won again tonight. Mike Weinmiller, you're the man. He had the Cavs hat on tonight. So I like Cleveland. Since LeBron was there, I still like them. I still root for him a little bit ago. Only, 2 undefeated teams in the NBA? We didn't tease any TV shows this weekend on Fox. That's okay, though. We're heading toward the end here. They're going to take a knee in a hard-fought game here, a rivalry game. It goes to Dutch Fork. They get closer to evening the series. It's going to be 14-7, 17-14, still Irmo. But Dutch Fork has been dominant in this series under Tom Knotts.
Anderson with 166 yards rushing.
Wow.
Could be a candidate, even though he didn't score.
Could be a Atkins Law Firm guy. The handshake. The kids, we got a little hyped up before the game. Let's see if we get some great sportsmanship here in the handshake line afterwards. And the neighborhood rivalry game goes to Dutch Fork. Both teams will be number one. Is the timeout called?
I think someone called a timeout here because they're sending.
Yeah, they
everybody was about to go out and get the handshake line.
Not sure what that's about, but interesting. But both teams will be.
I got a little Jefferson's going. We're moving on up, Stacey.
I see that.
You hear that?
And look, they need to be changing and moving on out.
Where's old George and Wheezy at, huh?
Absolutely. It's a mass exodus out here. Mass exodus of biblical proportions. They're just moving. But listen, we mentioned earlier, both teams are in the catbird seat.
They really are. I mean, both are in great shape, obviously. Dutch Fork will go into the upper part of the Division 1 5A into, they'll be the number 1 seed, no question about this. And Irmo in the lower part of Division 2, 5A playoffs. Yeah. They do nothing but gain RPI points and standing tonight.
Absolutely.
Regardless of this game's turnout.
Absolutely. I see a Northwestern or Gaffney collision ahead for Irmo, and Dutch Fork has some folks, some folks that want to, Somerville and some others want to, get a shot to take them down. There'll be some mountains to climb, but both of these teams are poised to, they in business to do business in the postseason.
Aaron Brand going to take all of his timeouts right now.
he just be come on.
He feels like I can't take them back to Irmo with me, so you might as well go. I might as well just go ahead and burn them all up.
That's petty. That's what they call petty right there.
Yeah, he's just delaying the inevitable here, but he's like, I'm not going to get on the bus with 3 TOs in the pocket.
Oh, man.
Might as well use them.
He's making more people leave so they have less people to celebrate the win. That's interesting. Yeah, those two guys.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Tom Knotts, I might say, okay, you know what? We might just take us a shot.
You know what?
I would think about it.
Listen, that would not shock me.
It wouldn't shock me either.
I got a story I can tell. I'll tell you off air, but one time, in similar situation, he tried to extend some mercy to a coach one time that didn't take it. He said, okay, then.
You know what?
he ran it up.
Okay, well.
He asked for a running clock in a game one time. The coach said, no, let's play it out. He said, okay, then.
Okay.
Onside kick. Up 49-0. Since we want to play it, let's go ahead and play it out then. So, I mean.
It looks like they're going to run a legit play here.
They are.
Not victory formation.
Yeah, I would put people back deep right here from Irmo. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, he did take me. He did take me. Okay.
All right, there you go.
And this should be it, unless Brand has another timeout that we don't know about.
He still has one.
Is he looking at his wallet? Is he looking at his timeout wallet right now?
He's not going to use it.
Yes, he did. He didn't? Okay.
No, he didn't use it. Now he's going to say, okay, this one's over.
Oh, man, we have a lot of stuff to do here before we get out of here, folks. We have our Mark Brown Law Firm Player of the Game to talk about. That's Coach Knotts, victorious. We have our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game we'll talk about after the break. We'll have a conversation with Coach Knotts and his victorious Dutch Fork squad. And we'll see both of these teams. There's Brand and Knox hugging it out right there. And we'll step away and come back with those superlatives on senior superlatives on senior night for those who've done well. Stay with us for the aftermath of this coming up after this commercial break.
Light it.
But to win it all, that is the culture.
Well, this question is wheelhouse for me. I'm going to crush this. Let's go. So good. Let's go, Coach.
The Triple Option Podcast, presented by Wendy's. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands Trophy since 1976.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do. I like being in charge of others. My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands Trophy since 1976.
We're here in the aftermath of Dutch Fork taking the region championship 24-14 over Irmo in the cross neighborhood rivalry, if you will. Joe Cash and Stacey Huff here in the booth, and we're going to share with you some of our outstated things we've seen tonight. We begin with our player of the game, and it is the quarterback. Clemson commit baseball. Atkins Law Firm player of the game for Dutch Fork is Ethan Offing.
Ethan Offing, 231 total yards tonight and a couple of touchdowns on the ground. You see him scamper for a touchdown here off the left side. He was a big factor for Irmo, and then he throws one right here. Ran for two, threw for one to Bickley over there. That was the big difference in the ballgame. You see him take this snap right here, hitting down the field, picking them up, putting them down right side. That was a big run. That was a third down conversion, too. It allowed Dutch Fork to keep their hands on the football. And our player of the game, Ethan Offing.
Atkins Law Firm for who you hire matters when it comes to workers' comp cases. Who you hire matters. And, of course, now our Mark Brown Law Firm play of the game. Y'all going to love this one. You already know what it is. If you watch the game, you know what it was. It's something you don't see every day. Brought to you by Mark Brown Law Firm.
Irmo's down 14-7 right here in the second quarter. All sorts of pressure on A.J. Brown. Throws it over the middle. Thought it might be a deflected. It was not. And a tip pass.
It was.
Not an interception. It was caught. And then taken in for the touchdown right there for Irmo. 78 yards right here. Big-time play for the Yellow Jackets. That tied the game at 14. That was their last points of the game. However, Dutch Fork scored the next 10 points of the game. They went on to the 10-point win, 24-14.
Miller took it in after that. And with that being said, we'll go down to the sideline, to the field with the victorious bunch of Dutch Fork Silver Foxes and Amanda Poole with Coach Tom Knotts. Amanda.
Thank you, Stacey. Coach Knotts, you said you didn't want to limp into the playoffs. You wanted to roll into the playoffs. How'd you do that tonight?
Yeah, defense shut them out in the second half. Superman wasn't so good in the second half. We did a great job. All right? Anytime the D shuts out that cat and that team, they're doing pretty good. So we're going to roll into the playoffs. We know what our goal is, guys, right?
Region champs, how does that feel?
That feels good. We're used to being region champs. So we got bigger goals than that. We got bigger goals than that. And we feel like we're a playoff team, and these guys really buckle down and bear down when it gets to be playoffs, and we're going to be even better than we were tonight as we move along.
All right, well, on behalf of Sonic, our sponsors, congratulations on the game of the week.
Coach Tom Knotts and the victorious bunch of Silver Foxes, your region champions, our champions tonight. and undefeated, rolling into the playoffs with a #1 overall seed. Thank you, Amanda, for the interview. Coach Knotts always says November is another whole season for Dutch Fork football. They try to be undefeated in November and through December, into the early part of December. With that being said, folks, this wraps up our 10th season. Shout out to Sonic and all of our sponsors are bringing 10 seasons here. K-Paz and all the guys producing and creating this lovely piece of work that we get to do on Friday nights from our man Joe Cash and Amanda Poole. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm Stacey Huff, and let's thank our promotional considerations: Sonic, Stewart Law Offices, South Carolina Army National Guard, Columbia Police Department, Cameron Heating and Air, Atkins Law Firm, Mark Brown Law Firm, also Jim Hudson Automotive, Michaelis Mattress, Blue Cross Blue Shield, MUSC, Lexington Medical Center, and Palmetto Pride. Folks, it has been an absolute blast. State championship games, we'll bring that to you December 12th through 14th. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday down in Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State University in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Look to see you then. You want to tune in there. So both of these teams might be there weekend. You never see they might be there. You never know. A lot of stuff that happened in the playoffs. Stay tuned to all that. Check your local listings. Follow these kids through the playoffs, and we'll see you then. Thanks for another great season. Have a great sports week. And from everybody here with Sonic Friday Night Rivals, folks, once again, at the end of year 10, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next year on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Good night.